Okay. Okay, doke. Why are we doing this? Okay, thank you. Please stop. Ugh. What is going on with you?
It's very tight.
Well, I'm pulling you as close to this microphone as possible because I need people to fucking hear you.
Relax.
Huh?
Relax.
I need them to hear you. You got very good advice.
Where'd my coin going at?
Good evening. Hey, guys. What'd I do with your what? No, you lost the second one?
No.
Oh, I was like, dang it, Daddy.
Yeah, that first one lasted a while.
Did it?
It did.
Good evening, you guys. Sorry. Shell's getting it together. I sit here like an hour before it's time to go on, and I get all ready, and I get all organized, and I do my thing. And, like, he does not do that.
I'm Mr. Last
like,
Minute.
I'm like, 7 minutes, 5 minutes.
He's like,
Okay,
we're good
2
now.
minutes, I'm about to go live, and then I'm like, crap, I'm a minute late. How did you even do that to me?
It's cause.
Sarpar, what's up? Okay, Sarah. Or, not Sarah. Kim, sorry. Kim, I read your note. So, you know, I do have a good amount of information on the Kundalini. But it's funny because I haven't thought about it much in a personal... I don't know how to say this any other way than what I'm about to say. That's probably not going to make a lot of sense. But I haven't thought about it a lot in a personal connection. Like, when was... Like, did I have a Kundalini awakening? When was it? Like, I never did that. I don't know why. But by the time I had looked into... Confirmation. Huge thundercrack. By the time I had looked into the Kundalini situation...
Okay,
I guess I just assumed it had already happened. So I never really looked into the details of it all. But when you were asking the questions that you were asking, or and mentioning the things that you were mentioning, I was just like, huh. So I feel like you've really kind of like inspired my mind to think more about this. So anyways, let's ask, because I know you just kind of want a bottom line no if that's what you're experiencing right now. Let's see.
Like yes, no.
What? Oh yeah, you can ask. I forgot. I'm so sorry. I gotta acclimate more into. I actually like that you ask the yes or no's more.
It says no, yes, yes. So I think yes, but you gotta pay attention more.
You're at the beginning of it. I feel like trust me, she's paying attention. She just did a scientific amount of research in one afternoon on it, but which is great because girl, we definitely sisters. That is 100% the human I am. I find out like one little baby interesting like tiny niblet of information, and then like I must now know everything. And so I 100% get you.
Definitely dives into rabbit holes.
Yeah. But that's why I have so much freaking knowledge, broski.
Yep.
It's because I can't help myself.
We are obsessed.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it sounds like it exactly is. Did you have other questions about, the Kundalini? Does anyone in the chat, actually? It's gonna be like, we're just gonna little discuss poo. If you guys want to do paid services, that is available, but we'll get to a subscriber chat here in a bit. We're going to talk a little Kundalini action because I think it's super important information and powerful information. Did you know that supposedly there are people that like get so invested in their Kundalini and the like forms of like breath and sex acts, tantric stuff, that basically, so imagine your Kundalini is like so it has to do with your spinal fluid, and like it's at your root chakra, okay, at the base of your spine, and when you're activating your Kundalini, it like shoots up sort of like a thermometer up your spinal column, and then goes straight to your pineal gland and activates it in a more significant and powerful way. And so when you go through like a Kundalini awakening, this means like all your shit's vibing in all the right places. And now you're more intensified, so like manifestations can happen faster, or like mostly manifestations. So, like, basically the trick is, if you're under 18, get the fuck out. But anyways, basically the trick is, if, like, you have sex, and then you get yourself to the point of ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, and instead of doing it, you stop on that moment. It's like ultimate blue balls is kind of what you're looking for.
That sounds great.
I know, but when you do this, it's like energy. But instead of shooting it off in the big and like zapping that energy off into oblivion, into wherever, you take that energy.
I think that's what happened the night I quit drinking. And
you zap it at something else. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, instead of going, okay, I gotta stop. Okay,
yeah,
anyways.
You're having too much fun.
Yeah. But instead of doing that, you'd be like, I want $1 million, right? So when you're coming to the point of da-da-da-da, you stop right in that second and you focus it on the $1 million. Now, so if you're not...
That's what happened when I quit drinking, then I bet. When I said I meditated and I felt like this huge pull.
Oh.
And once I did, I just didn't want to drink anymore.
Dum-ba-dum. Kundalini. I wonder. Ask your coin if that was your Kundalini awakening.
I wonder.
Because that is kind of a symptom, like... One of those, like, immediate changes. Now, you don't have to do this in a sexual way to have results, just so you know. That's just one of the ways I was talking about.
I don't know. Maybe it was just an epiphany.
Is your Kundalini awake? Hey, Rebecca! Tony, hello. I just was reading your stuff and I didn't say hi.
Not yet.
Is mine?
You're not gonna like the answer.
Am I just arrogant? Oh my god.
We both got 3 no's.
Have I ever had any kind of Kundalini stimulation? Nope. Are you just...
How am I? It's a coin.
I don't know. I don't believe you.
I knew she was going to get mad at me for it.
No, he's probably right.
I feel bad because I knew what the answer was before I flipped it for some reason.
As if... You're right. They say no. Motherfucker.
I didn't do it.
Okay, I gotta get better, guys. Rainbow body out of this bitch. I gotta figure it out.
Maybe that's what it is you keep chasing and they want you to quit chasing.
I will always chase. Have you met me?
That's what I'm saying.
I will always chase the truth and more information and knowledge. I want to do all the things. Of course I do. That's why I sit here where I am now doing the things I do.
You can rainbow body out and then keep learning. It's different because once you rainbow body, then you know everything. There's nothing left to learn.
That's the goal. That is the goal. I busted a window. Come on now.
What'd you do?
Did you ask about Sterling and Kim's telepathic connection? You asked if you...
Oh, I did. I think so. I think there's... Might not be like necessarily an intentional one, but I think you two are definitely...
I was like, I honestly am getting the vibe that it is kind of intentional, but you don't realize it's happening. Or maybe think it's actually happening all the time. But they're saying it's happening far more than I think you think it is. Because that's kind of how it was with us, too. And, like, I feel like slowly I just realized constantly, like, how many times you were really reading my mind, even if you didn't realize you were.
Yep.
Like, I would literally be thinking, like, man, coffee would be so good. And he will just come around the corner, like, 5 minutes later with a cup of coffee in his hand. I'm like, what? And, like, my wants are so random, there's no way that he could, I mean, he could probably hit the, target on a few things like that I would like at any time.
I could get something right. I could get something that you would like.
But like, if you got me coffee at any other point in that day, I'd probably be like, no, thank you. You know what I'm saying? He just always knows exactly what I want when I want it, even if it's like a random off thing. Never kind of had that connection before with anyone. I feel like that's kind of the point, right? Is to like...
Don't question it. Just in a sense, embrace it.
Yeah.
Like, feel around in it.
To find that unique energy. So I question it. That's 100% accurate. LOL, my sliding glass window shattered from tantric. Are we supposed to activate our Kundalini? Maybe we're not supposed to.
Oh boy, here we go.
What if it's like, don't do it?
Rabbit hole.
You're right. Okay. Moving on. We're going to open it up to some questions from you guys.
50-50.
Instead of I go rabbit hole-y. If you guys have yes or no questions that you want to learn about, or if you would like a card pull / rune pull, comment your name. And our list is open if you guys need us for personal readings. I feel like testing it out, though. Testing what out?
You should test it. The telekinetic connection.
Oh, yeah. Do
with
it.
sterling silver.
Do it. This is yours, not mine.
Yeah, what are your...
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness. She wouldn't even like it. She'd be mad at me.
Jennifer, if you want a yes or no question, you can subscribe. Or you can comment your name for a free card. Hey, Priscilla. Hey,
What's
Susie.
going on, guys?
Heck yeah. Oh, thank you, Tony.
The whole crew is here almost.
The whole crew. The whole crew.
Where's the farthest of stars? She's far away.
Tony. Tony in a spirit. Oh, Tony in a spirit message. Tori, hi. All right. What does Tony need to hear right now?
Gotta throw a rocket baloney.
Rocket?
No, look.
How you guys here in Shiloh so far? Good? Good, I hope. Hello, Holly.
No, I'm
Good.
not
Okay,
talking
good.
anymore.
Stop it. Talk louder. I'm pretty sure. The hat, the backwards hat.
No, that's my thing.
No, your mysteriousness.
It's my gimmick.
Tony Baloney. I've got the card Elixir of Life. For this lighting is piss poor for this. Okay, anyways, Elixir of Life. I feel like what I'm getting off this card is that life might be challenging, but they want you to know that they've been like helping you with your best possible outcome. They understand that there's been like a lot of like hoops that you've been having to jump through, but they want you to know that they're with you, that they're supporting you, and that this is literally getting you to your best possible outcome. And to just kind of trust the process even when it's annoying. Great, boom is working, lol. Yes. Oh, we're trying. It's so deep. He looks like he's feeling this one.
It's a good one.
The good one?
Well, I have the Ruin of Self, and it says to make sure that you're really focusing in on like your intentions right now. It says remain modest. That's the Oracle's counsel. Regardless of how great your merit, be yielding, devoted, and moderate, for then you have a true direction in your life. Be in the world, but not of it. And yet do not be closed, narrow, or judging. Rather remain receptive to impulses flowing from the divine within and without. So I think a lot of that is, even if you're doing all the good things, make sure you're doing them for the right reasons. I think that's a lot of what this one's kind of like ringing in with me right now. So it's like, you know, yeah, definitely help the old lady across the street, but not because someone was pointing the phone at you, but because you saw that she needed help. Not saying that's what you're doing. I don't know.
I know. Okay, I'm stuttering over here. I feel like
she gets it.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
so.
I think we both know.
I don't know.
Everybody knows.
I don't.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's the fun part, is I have no idea.
It's about your protection. They're just saying, make sure. You remember? Genuine energy. Yes. Kim.
Yes, exactly.
Brittany, thanks for the follow. Kim. They're just saying confidence is the key to your success right now. Everything's lining up. Everything's working out. There will be obstacles, but you know this. Nothing you can't face. And I feel like they're just saying really believe in yourself as you're like kind of trudging forward into this new energy. You've earned this new spot in your life. There is some work that you'll have to do for it, but like I just keep hearing like you've earned this. You've earned this. As I'm about to confirm it. Okay, anyways. Gross. I'm so sorry that I do that, you guys. I'm disgusting. I don't even... Oh, okay, anyways.
It's adorable.
I'm glad you love me. Oh my god.
I do. Very much. So we have breakthrough, transformation. It's the final rune belonging to the cycle of initiation. Drawn Dagus often signals a major shift or breakthrough in the process of self-change. A complete transformation in attitude, a 180-degree turn. For some, the transition is so radical they no longer are able to live the ordinary life in the ordinary way. That's interesting.
You are going to do something very different than what you've been doing in the past.
Big change is coming.
I really like that.
The other side.
Oh.
Sorry.
He sang for like all
That was
of
a
you.
joke.
You did
That was
it.
a joke.
He's dying now. He's red. You can't tell, but he. Oh my god! I cannot believe that just happened. Darla, hello, Julia. Hey. Oh my god, that was amazing, you guys. He just sang. Sarfar, what do you need to know? Now he's shy. I know, right? He like ran over.
How do you guys get in here without me looking?
I know. She's sneaky goose. Sarfar. Something's right. I feel like I'm gonna take these off. I can't like. Okay. Anyways, I feel like luck is turning in your favor right now. Good fortune. You might have even experienced a little bit of that at the fair. I feel like more is to come. I just really feel like a big shift has occurred within you. If you're not feeling this yet, you will be. Like tomorrow, you're gonna wake up a new human. If you're not already feeling kind of in this energy, but it's gonna be very good. And this is my golden beetle card too. Like I always think of my golden beetle when I see this card. So like, blessings on high, brah. You see her? She says, I'm very sneaky.
I know it. That's how she stays so far.
Oh, Kim, thank you so much. You're so sweet.
So let's see the Forest of Stars. I do see this new momentum that you get. People are going to find it attractive. People are going to they're going to want to kind of like latch on in a sense. Like they're going to want to take advantage of you. So it's going to be like, could be coworkers, could be friends, could be your family.
Magnetic energy. We like.
It says if you see fit to become involved with people who are using you, remain conscious of the fact and take responsibility for your own position, then you can only benefit. So it's saying like if you kind of know someone's kind of like not really your friend, but kind of like in a sense
you get something out of it.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, or even if you just like spending time with them and say they're using you to go sit in your car at lunch and smoke a cigarette or something. I don't know. Maybe that's the only reason they talk to you. Make sure you know that. And make sure you acknowledge it, because then you're still going to gain whatever you're gaining from it without having to worry about, like, the cost. I don't know. That's very random. I couldn't think of
No, I can think of a situation that happened recently. Like, sometimes you have people in your life that seem like friends, but you know at the end of the day they're not truly your friend. But, like, you keep them around because you get something about them. Like, I kept somebody that was maybe not necessarily truly my friend around because I know that they have interesting insight, and they like feed my curiosity in life, and so like they still have some good information. So despite knowing that they're kind of sneaky and I maybe can't trust them, I'm still kind of friends with them because I'm getting something up from it. You know what I mean? But I'm still aware of what kind of human they are, so I keep that like perspective. Priscilla, thank you so much for the gift. So gifts, I should say. I'm so sorry.
You're welcome.
But yeah, like. You can, sometimes, I don't really like to say this often, but, like, friends close, enemies closer. Most times I say, get the fucking enemy as far away from you as possible to be real. Kick them out of your life. But anyways, sometimes the enemy is minor. It's not really a threat. And sometimes they can offer you something valuable.
And I think sometimes it means it's, like, not all superficial relationships are necessarily wasted time.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds silly, but, point, like, yeah. I think maybe that's why I was leaning towards, like, a coworker. Like, maybe you just got someone at work that makes you laugh, but, like...
Oh, thank you, Kim.
You don't really want to hang out with them outside of work. Like,
thank you.
Go ahead and laugh. Like, don't feel bad. Don't feel like you're being fake because, like, you're enjoying somebody's energy, even if you don't like them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like that.
100%. Boom.
Can we still hear me? Am I being loud enough? The hat's not going on backwards.
You're
just trying to stir up trouble.
It's the lighting. Wait, what if I put one of the lights
under the brim?
Yeah. Then they can see your face. You take your pick. What do you want to do?
It's my eyes, though.
I know. So hat backwards. Stop it. Why are you trying to... Oh, now I'm hiding in the dark. Squinting. I'm sorry, you guys.
She wants me squinting.
It's because I'm trying to make it so you guys can see him. He's hiding.
I'm not invisible.
Out of the darkness, Shiloh, and into the light. We banish your demons.
Never. Now I'm going to hide over here. Out of frame.
If you want, I would totally not mind that at all, Priscilla. Kim is right. TikTok does take 50% of all gift tips. So, like, one of those roses, like, I actually cash in half a cent on that.
There's a lot of creators that are actually just straight denying gifts and not like that one that we saw being goofball about it, but There are
No,
people that will
I've-
straight up say, like, I do not accept gifts. Cash App is this.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang.
Yeah, they talk shit about the gifts and stuff. But it's true. TikTok's kind of pretty greedy. I mean, that's like half. So you spend like $20 on a gift, you're giving half of it to TikTok and half of it to the person you're supporting. So it's wild. I should have said, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's totally fine. Like, I feel your intention is still the same and feeling is the same. But yeah, if you want to go Cash App, I definitely wouldn't mind that at all. Cut out the middleman.
Who are you throwing for?
Susan was the one I was looking at. Susan. Ooh, I got resilience. Life has been weird, but you're very clever. And they want you to remember that. Remember how clever, resilient, and, like, strategic that you are. Yeah, just push through. This time, they're really asking you to be resilient. I feel like your efforts will not go wasted. Will not at all go wasted. They actually take 65%? Oh, gross. I didn't realize it was that bad. I know, they don't do anything about the clones. I know, if they were doing a better job taking care of my rep with these fucking fake accounts. Facts, though, Kim. Facts.
The one I got for Susan was defense. And kind of what's resonating with me on this one is the perseverance and foresight are called for here. The ability to foresee consequences before you act is a mark of a profound man or mind. Sorry.
Pickles.
Stop it. It says avert anticipated difficulties through right action. So it's kind of like you're not going to deal with any hurdles or boundaries that you don't put up. So, like, if you're doing something outside of what you should be doing in a sense, or like outside of yourself, you're going to create an obstacle. So as long as you're kind of walking on the right path, more or less, you're going to get there. That's what it says.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's funny, Tony. The only reason they boost you is because you're getting so many gifts, and that means you're getting paid, yeah, but that also means, hey,
they're making money on you.
They're getting paid, and so they're boosting you so they can get paid more. It's the only reason. It's not because they really love you and support you and think you're great. Fortunately. My cards got all mixed up. I don't know how. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. You're so welcome. Hello. Priscilla. What do we need to here? Priscilla.
Boom.
What's going... Oh, shit. She just flew out. Equilibrium. I think the universe is going to be interesting. There's going to be some ups and some downs, especially with what we talked about earlier. I feel like life is going to get interesting. There's going to be a lot of highs, but with those highs are going to come some lows because there's a balance, you know? What comes up must come down kind of energy, right? But you don't have to feel, like, ripped out of, like, sorts. You know what I mean? Like, when bad things happen, sometimes we just crumble a little, right? And they're saying you don't have to do that. Just because it's bad doesn't mean we have to crumble. We don't have to lose our shit. And they're saying kind of allow yourself to be flow-like and flexible. Nothing is set in stone with any of this. You don't have to, like, you know, come up with a plan, and if one thing falls apart, you know, like, throw the whole plan. Like, they're saying be very flexible. They'll lead you through where you need to go.
Yep, I think so.
Thanks.
I lost the words for it. So,
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. It says, be thoughtful about your health and don't add to the burdens others are carrying. Look carefully at the associations you form at this time. So, like, in a sense, I don't know. Like, mind new people around you and also kind of, like, make sure you're not unburdening on the wrong ones, maybe? Like, make sure you mind the people that are close to you, and, like, if you're trying to talk or if you're trying to get through something, you know, look for help in your inner circles.
You know, that's so funny because I was actually telling you something about that. And I feel like with him saying that, I feel like it's like proceeding forward, keep it tight. Like, I wouldn't, like, share your plans with many,
right?
If any.
That makes
if
sense.
any.
That kind of makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like, a little bit more clarity on that aspect. Yeah, it's like
remember how we? Sorry.
No, but it's like keep it to people you trust though. Like I would say, like if you're looking for help, look to people you trust, not like people that look like they can be trusted.
Yeah, especially we were talking about how, like, there was a way to go about this so there was, like, minimal damage. I feel like this, what he just said, was a key component as to how that's going to happen. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. I don't know.
Ooh,
Spirit
lightning.
Spirit just took over my body and made that noise as lightning struck. Confirmation. Confirmation. Be mindful and clever. Okay.
What are we throwing around?
I don't know. Who wants a card? Don't make me search through, please. It's commented again. And thank you for all the likes, you guys. I see you tapping away. I see you tapping. Confirmation.
Sar close. I knew she was near.
Start close.
Need to shuffle these up.
Confirmation. Yours is navigation. To me, this just means there's a minefield in front of you. However, you have been given a map where every single mine is. You know if you step here, you will blow up. And you know if you step here, it'll be safe. And they're saying, use the map.
Actually, I think it's because you've been here before.
You have.
Like, you don't need a map.
Well.
No, this is separating. It says pretty much, like, you gotta stop taking the same path.
Yeah, because she knows how to navigate now. Because she's already done it, because she knows that this is where the bomb is. If you step here, it will blow up.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with you.
That's what I'm saying.
She knows where she's headed.
You have the
I'm
map.
just thinking, like, this means, like, she's been doing this over and over again.
It's Michael.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just reading the rocks.
I know. I just know these people, so I already know what it means for them. But it's Michael because you've already had this situation. You've already poked buttons that you learned maybe you shouldn't have poked, and you have the map of exactly how to navigate through this and have it be successful. Because we've tried it all the other ways, and we know how to make it unsuccessful. But now because of that trial and error, you got the last. You got it. You got it, kid. Right?
I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. He's gonna yell at me.
She's being sassy today.
I'm just kidding. How he yells at me is like, he's like, "You're pretty sassy today." Like, what? No, I wasn't. What are you talking about? Even now, my eyes are watering thinking about it. He makes me nervous. He literally does nothing except for that.
Aggression it is. Well, what?
Oh. Are you talking about?
We just triggered Sar close. She's going nuclear on this thing. Michael better.
Are we talking about he doesn't
Michael,
like
I don't know you,
aggression?
but run.
He doesn't like aggression either.
No. I get defensive.
He'll match that energy. Oh. Although rightfully so, if somebody comes at you hot,
I can't help it.
how are you not
I don't
gonna
mean
like
to.
immediately like kind of bring it there? Naive, tired, being sweet. What? Nah, I don't get it.
Oh, that's what she's been doing. She's been acting naive, tired, being sweet.
Oh.
And she's saying aggressive. Like, show up at his house, homie.
No. I feel
dox
like
him. Just dox him. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I'm not saying that on TikTok. Sorry.
I feel like they mean like the opportunity. Yes, you need to reach out, but
Yes.
maybe not in an aggressive way. But they mean like in the relationship, like you've been here before. You already know like his triggers. Like you have an advantage here. You know what I mean? Tina, yes, ma'am. You certainly may. You certainly may.
Let's throw a rocket, Tina.
Confidence is the key to your success. I feel like they're saying right now you need to believe. My eye is like watering from laughing, crying over here. Anyways, they're saying confidence is the key to your success because right now what it is that you're doing, everything is right. It's all right. You're like lined up. You're doing the things you need to be doing, except for like you don't really fully believe in yourself. And I feel like it's the last little bit of gas that you need to put in that tank to make the success out of this situation that you want to see happen. You got to believe to achieve. I feel like the universe is definitely making it conducive so you can have your win, man. Yes, I know. I'm just being silly. Stop it, Sarklos. This is a very serious place. You're welcome. It's not over yet, Tina. Shillow's got some for you, too.
So what I have the growth rune for you, and a lot of that means is like you kind of are gonna like feel more of a connection to like your calling, to like what it is you're supposed to be doing, and you're gonna like kind of start making a lot of crucial decisions to jump into it. Really, I think it's gonna be fun, in a sense. Hold on, I gotta relook at the page.
more.
I was gonna say.
No, that sounds exactly right because it says confidence is the key to success. So I feel like you're falling into where you need to be.
The words I was looking for.
And you've done everything.
Yep, and it says a rune that leads to blossoming and ripening. Rakan is concerned with the flow of beings into their new forms. This action is gentle, penetrating, and pervasive. Whoa. Start close.
We both were like, what the fuck is this telling us?
I feel like Sarklosa's footnotes are in here.
That's not for Sarklos, that's for Tina.
No, I know. I'm just joking. Because it sounds creepy.
Got intense.
It did. It even said pervasive.
Pervasive.
That was the word that... I think we were really thrown off by penetrating.
Penetrating.
I think we were just being polite. We held off the woes until the sentence was over.
We're actually 10, you guys.
Ooh, yep.
Did you just say finger? Oh my god.
But you know what, though? We showed a lot of emotional maturity because we did wait until I was done reading.
Yeah, we did.
Before we acted like idiots.
Oh my god. Facts on facts. Why am I the creeper? Circle.
You talked about being in the window. You said and then a picture fell over.
I was like, you did say you were in the window.
And then you put the eyes up there.
Oh my god, I'm dead. I just looked back and I already forgot what I looked back at. Okay, Danielle, there we go. Oh my god.
We got this.
Star Clothes has got me all messed up in combination with your porno book over here.
It's your book.
I forgot I did that. I forgot it is my book.
They're my stones, but it's your book.
That's right, I did give him
your
that book.
Porno book.
I know, that's right, I forgot. Well, it makes more sense now.
On.
Okay, navigation, Danielle. Basically, similar to Sarklos. They're saying you kind of have the fundamentals to get to where you want to go. You have it all mapped out. They're saying it's just up to you to take step 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. And I feel like you are. You're already doing that. But this is just me confirming for you to trust in yourself. This is exactly what you need to be doing, the steps you should be taking.
I just have a big fat confirmation because I have the journey rune.
Oh, life's a journey, isn't it? Isn't it?
Pretty much. Yep. It says keep going, steadfast.
Keep on.
Once you're clear, you can neutralize your refusal to let right action flow through you. Not intent on movement. Oh, sorry.
You get quieter as you talk. Like, he starts golden, it's great.
It says the journeys towards self-healing, self-change, and union. You are concerned here with nothing less than unobstructed perfect union. But the union of heaven and earth cannot be forced.
No, hell yeah. We gotta mini that shit up. Monica! What's up, girlfriend? I gotta start, posting that we're on later, because I swear to God, it's a whole new crew I gotta tap into now. Late nights with Shiloh and Ashley. That's what we should call it. Late night with Shiloh and Ashley.
We should do it like Skinamax, do Shiloh and Ashley After Dark.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Yes, you do. Look at it. Been on my healing journey. Heck yeah, Danielle. Yep. I'm back. I love late night with you guys. Iris, that's amazing.
After Dark.
All right, Kim.
The High Sage AD.
AD. What? Oh.
After Dark, yeah.
Oh.
Boom.
Oh. Sounds biblical.
It does, get it?
It's kind of nice. Kind of like it got a ring to it.
I swear, I got a knack for names.
You have a knack for words. When you want to use them. I'll get into that later. Anyways,
I was like, what?
Kim for the fruit salad. You know what? Okay, anyways. I gotta recenter my energy.
You do.
Okay.
We got it.
Kim, we've got victory and success. And you want to know why? It's because you're really sitting in your power. You're very much so confident and assured of what it is that you want to do moving forward. I feel like you're holding on to some things, but honestly, you're holding on to your stability. You're holding on to your security. And I feel like this doesn't feel bad. This doesn't feel bad, like you're holding on to things and unwilling to move forward. It doesn't feel like that. But you're holding on to your personal stability and security that you've created for yourself, and you're feeling more confident in yourself because of that. I feel like you're investing your energy in all the right places. The only thing that's still tugging at you a little bit is believing that you're lovable, that you're worthy of love, this deep epic love. And I feel like you know you want that, and you know like you're deserving, but like deep down inside of you, you don't fully believe it yet. But I feel like something's about to occur because of all this winning and victory and sitting in your power and moving forward. Oh my god, I have this weird like pressure rate here on my forehead. It feels almost like some sort of like I don't know, it feels weird. But anyways, I just feel like this is you getting a perspective change on how important it is to value yourself. And I feel like somebody is probably going to come into your life that's going to help you show you how much you are valued. You got the whole world.
I think I have every stone for change.
Everything's flipping.
Literally every single one. Breakthrough, separation, disruption, and then strength. So I had to read into strength, and it says the rune of terminations and new beginnings, which is just a big fancy way of saying change. So I think there's just, you are going to see a whirlwind of change very soon. And it's just,
it's going to be very rewarding.
And I think it, yes. And I think it ends with strength because that's kind of saying, like, you're going to find your strength in that. Like, you're, like, it's going to come through and you're just going to be ready for it. Just all of it.
You're scared of it because it feels real. Real things are scary.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be bad. Just real things, like things that feel like when I met him and I was like, oh my god, I never want to leave you because he was so real and refreshing, but at the same time, scaredest I've ever been in my entire motherfucking life. I was about to leave. Like, we were about to, like this was going to be a fun few weeks.
That's the kind of, like, whirlwind of change I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, how our lives just, like, got flipped, turned upside down.
It was crazy.
See what I did there?
I did. That's not what you did.
Like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's what it was like when we met. Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Got flipped, turned upside down.
Oh my goodness.
Except no stinky cab driver.
Both you ladies are going to have some pretty epic months coming up here ahead of you.
But I think the reason why it's scary is because it's change. And you know it's going to be a lot of it.
That's a really good point.
Like, you know it's going to be a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a lot of little scary moments. Like, just literally, like, as silly as it sounds, and we've said it a trillion times, like, life's a roller coaster, you know? Just go for the ride. It's going to be fun. Like, they're going to be scary. You're going to have little gut flutters. But at the end of the day, like, you're going to be so happy after it's all said and done.
Life's tough. Cast a protection spell. It'll be fine. You don't need a helmet, just a protection spell.
Just put your hands up and lie about how tight your seatbelt is. That makes it super exciting.
Every time life gets tough, I light a candle. What do you see me doing in here? What are you doing? Doing a candle.
Like when the guy comes by to check your seatbelt on a roller coaster, if you hold it, it seems like it's a little bit tighter, and then you get twice the exciting ride. It's terrifying. You come out of your seat. I did it once, and it was a terrible idea.
No.
Well, that's how we learn.
It 100% depends. So, like, when I'm dealing with emotional distress within myself, so, like, I feel like I'm being a little maybe obsessive or a little erratic or I can't stop having negative intrusive thoughts. These are all things I do candle spell work for. Now, if I have, like, problems in my life, like Sage, when she had her health problems, spell. When our relationship was being fucked with, protection spell for our relationship, you know, like different things like that, like action kind of stuff, I do spells. Emotional stuff, I do candles. That's weird. I never really thought about that out loud, but that's exactly how I do it. Fun fact for you. That's what I do. Oh my god, I just got deja vu. He had it earlier today, so that's really weird that you mentioned that. We must be getting very closely aligned with another timeline again. I've done that on Viper. I'm sorry, what? I have a flood warning until Tuesday. It must be raining really hard tonight.
Have to sleep in our swimming trunks.
So candles, though, it can be for anything. I mean, if you need some more confidence, if you want to be able to communicate more clearly, if you want to feel more like self-love, or I did it once because I wasn't feeling confident in myself and didn't feel very sexy. So I did like like stuff like that. That's what it's really good for, is stuff like that, because it helps you get rid of the brain cloud and like intrusive bullshit thoughts, and helps you feel more closely connected to whatever emotion you're trying to figure out. Lily, do what? Do what? What is she trying to say? Lily, stop it. You cut it out. You are, since 2 times today, you have been a part of Deja Vu. It's been twice today. Seatbelt thing Shiloh was talking about. What?
Well, you
yeah.
you fool the guy into thinking that your seatbelt's on properly, but it's a little bit loose.
Why not? I would do that too, Kim. I would hella do that. Swimsuit trunks. Wait, what? Swim trunks? Sleeping.
Oh, because of the floods.
Oh, I was like, I think Lily's having a stroke.
I was like, I say a lot of off-the-wall shit, and all of it is going to trigger Lily, so I'm not sure what it was.
Something's wrong. Yes, I did the seatbelt thing on a ride. Oh, at the Piper.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I bet you regretted it too, didn't you? Don't lie.
I would never.
I regretted the hell out of it.
I would never do that. Anytime I notice things like that are loose, I'm like immediately like, suction me in, buddy. I'm like an adventure thrill seeker, but I must be secure in order to adventure.
I started coming out of the seat, and I was like, wait, that's how these videos happen.
Yes. What is wrong with you guys? You didn't give that advice. I'm going to have to redact this. Edit our YouTube. Some kid's going to be like, act like you're fat, quick. Oh my god, what? Where do you recommend buying tarot cards? I want to buy some, but I don't know where to really look. So honestly, for your first deck, I would buy something Rider-Waite, cheap and online. And then take my class. I'm just kidding. But take some kind of class or do your information, your research, whatever. And then what I would do is take a few keywords from each card that you're taking away, the informational shit away from it, and you write it on the cards. And those are your beginner decks. Those are your cheater cards. That's what I would do. That's what I did to get off book. Like, it'll just help you understand, you know, a few simple words with each card. And then once you can get that kind of, like, down pat, you can add layers to your knowledge or whatever. But that's, like, a good energy to, like, kick it off with. And Rider-Waite's the best because if you can learn to read Rider-Waite, you can generally learn to read any deck. It's just kind of the most convenient. But truthfully, you can get any deck you want to do it with. I would just recommend something cheap since you're going to color all over it, you know. But Autumn, what's up, baby? What's up? I went to a local store and didn't like what they had. Yeah. As far as connecting with decks, I have over 300 probably decks, and I would say that I love almost each and every single one of them. However, there are decks that I will play with over and over and over again, and there were decks I will touch one time when I bought them, and I will never again, and it just becomes part of my collection. So, yeah, I get that.
That's kind of what happened with my deck.
It's pretty tricky. Yeah.
Well, we got the runes, and then it took off running.
I know. And yeah, I mean, my very first tarot deck I was super connected with, and a few in when I first started buying new decks, which took months, to be honest. My addiction didn't, like, start until after, but I would definitely use the decks for quite a long time before moving on to another one, but now I get decks all the time. So, as far as connecting, just search around, look in your local stores. As far as they're more powerful if it finds you in person, no, the fuck it isn't. You can go ahead and go on Amazon. I think all that shit is bullshit. Are there more powerful decks? Yes, but not because you bought it Amazon versus fucking at a, crystal shop. Some of those crystal shops are more fucking generic than actually, like, Amazon. At least Amazon's real about being generic. But, like, crystal shops, I think they're cool, and I have definitely crystal shops that I support, but, like, there are definitely plenty that I've walked into, and they're just some bullshit, whatever. And it's not making your card pick any more or less special. But, yeah. I got the other interview tomorrow, and I'll be getting an offer right after, like I did today. Well, she got the call back for the MT job finally, so she's done panicking about that, yeah.
And then I flipped for it already. I was just about to answer it. That's why I took my phone out. I realized I didn't have my phone out. But I think you're going to get it. They're going to call back soon, but I mean, we all know if you're you're gonna be excited. So I don't know if it's gonna be soon enough.
Is Amazon my go-to? Actually, no. It's funny that I'm saying that because the least most purchased decks in the areas that I've gone to is Amazon, but that's not because I don't, because I'm like weird or, you know, I'm like, oh my god, decks at the store are so much better. It's because I have no patience. I want immediate gratification, and with Amazon I have to wait like a couple days, and that's just too much. And so I'm like, let's go to the store. So I know within like a 100-mile radius of me, every single place that sells a tarot deck. And between all those choices, I have a pretty wide plethora of choices to pick from. And generally, new stock is getting pumped into it often enough to where I'm like, you know, satisfied. Because
We just kind of rotate.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. So I can go get like a new deck once a month-ish or something from one of the locations. But yeah, I do Amazon. When I'm looking for something a little extra, like I want something a little more unique, I definitely go on Amazon, which is ironic because the most unique decks I have found have been in crystal shops. But I go on Amazon because I'm looking to spend maybe a little more money or, you know, like whatever. I'm looking for
more bougie.
Sometimes
more bougie than unique.
Actually, no, you know why I go on Amazon? I'll tell you why. It's because I can't find the one I'm looking for. Because like I saw some reader use a deck and I'm like, oh my god, I love that deck. And I'm like, I need to get it. And then I can't find it at any of my stinking places. And so then I'll go order it on Amazon. And because my only choice is to wait 2 days or never, you know. And at that point, I guess I'll find the patience. So that's generally when I use Amazon.
Walking around the mall actually has kind of paid off a little bit because like Spencer's Gifts every once in a while have a pretty cool gem.
Yep, Spencer's has tarot decks.
Spencer's is a good spot for tarot.
Barnes and Noble.
I would assume Hot Topic probably is, but
no, they don't. Well,
we never checked.
I have checked in the past, and they didn't. But I wouldn't be surprised if that curbs to it. You know, a surprise? TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx has not decks, but a plethora of crystals. Yeah.
Oh, that's because they're part of like Marshall's Home Goods.
Like crystals like this. Or like staffs, you know, like towers, but double pointed towers. That sounds. Anyways, stuff like that. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. TJ Maxx. Spencer's had some. Yeah, I know, right? Spencer's. And then, of course, you know, crystal stores. Look for your local metaphysical stores. Has Seth been missing me lately? I'm blocking you. He blocked you? Oh, wait. You've been blocked. Okay, that's right. Have you just asked him?
Yes,
Is he going to unblock her?
Is he going to unblock her?
Have you just asked him, like, hey, unblock me, home slice?
I think that's what you have to do.
Yeah. Why haven't you done that? If you had me blocked on something, but we were still talking, I'd be like, hey, you want to unblock me?
Yeah.
I'm still blocked on Snapchat. That's literally the only one. I mentioned a few times, but have you been like, hey, you want to unblock me? Like, hey, man, you want to get on the unblock board? Is Sterling starting to open up with his feelings to Alyssa?
I think so. It's pretty solid. Yeah, but it's going to be kind of like a back and forth thing. Like, some days he is going to be a little bit more reserved at times. Like, it's going to be a kind of a back and forth. So, like, some days he'll be super open. And then other days he's going to be, like, kind of shelled off again. So, kind of be ready for that, I think.
Tell him you need a strong, masculine man in your life. Too much temptation. Too much temptation of what?
Yeah, what?
To, like, send you his shananana, his one-eyed snake? Like, come on, man. What are we, 13? You can't go 5 minutes without a snake pic?
Or does he have, like...
If you are under 18, get out of the room. Okay.
You did.
I just keep feeling like I'm saying things that I should... 2 people just left. Oh my god. Doesn't want to get caught. Isn't Snapchat the point of not getting caught?
And well, some people literally communicate only through Snapchat.
Ba-na-na-na-na.
Because it doesn't take up any storage on your phone.
Why don't you stop worrying about the blocking and tell him to get going from his situation?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm with you.
Maybe just set a boundary of like, hey, if we're gonna be able to be friends, I need to be able to be your friend. It is, but it's his logic of she'll see it, yada yada yada. Man, I wish Seth wasn't such a creep sometimes. He is kinda. I love him, and I know he'll grow, and because we all are fucking traumatized, you know, broken people. But God, Seth. If I do it tomorrow, will she get a positive tomorrow?
I was gonna say I think it's a not yet.
No? I
got
pulled
3.
cards this morning and they told me she could do it today, so that's why I was like.
That's literally 6 in a row.
Should she do it? What was the other day? I said Wednesday. Getting closer Friday? Okay, I think Friday. Okay, so I'm gonna explain something to you.
And then it's 3 S's in a row. That's wild.
There are variations. I would wait until Friday. Only because A, I don't want you to be disappointed, and B, you might get like a light result or something to that degree. So anyways, just wait until Friday. It'll be more affirmative, positive, whatever. There won't be any questions. You had unblocked me the last time we hung out, and he said it would end up with us doing spicy things. Oh my god. This guy. I'm telling you what, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. We need to do... And I know we've done healing spells on him, but I feel like we need to do a spell. So like what's that called? Like when you're not a douche. No, but like a loyalty spell, like to get him to be more true to like
himself at least.
At least
figure out what he wants to do so he can stop fucking with everybody else.
Stop fucking with everybody. Yeah, that's what he needs. He needs to stop fucking with everybody. I know it annoys me so much, but I give him his room and his space. Yeah, no, that's what you need to do. You need to let him dig his own grave essentially, so he can learn his lesson. Unfortunately.
Yep.
He sounds like a treasure. See, the unfortunate thing is he can be. He really can be. It's just like he's too insecure to like get out of his own way. His ego is far too large sometimes. If I had the money... Oh, no. I'm just saying, I didn't mean it like that on him. But I just meant like, he just needs something to like get him to like prioritize his life a little more. I feel like he's too loosey-goosey. He just throws everything in the air. He doesn't really think about his consequences, you know? Like, his real-life decisions and how they impact people. You know, I was, like, learning this thing about a reading about, like, how Virgos, you know, the virgins or whatever, which, But, the Virgos, they're, like, pure and, like, in this, like, innocent kind of way. And I can relate to that so hard because as toxic as I have been, I have never, ever, just like for random, no nonsense reason, like just gone after people. And like whenever I see that, like people just being reckless with like the people around them and just not giving a fuck, it blows my mind. It literally blows my fucking mind. I can't comprehend it.
Yeah, I can't comprehend it either. It's
I'm
like you don't feel any like ramification after that. Like you don't feel any guilt. Period. Like I don't get that part.
I get why people like when like they feel like somebody hurt them really bad, right? Like somebody hurt them, did something fucked up to them, and they retaliate in a fucked up way. I get that. But when somebody just is fucked up because they just decided they looked at you that day and wanted something that was yours or didn't like the way you sneezed or whatever, that shit drives me wild. I'm like, what? Blows my mind when people do that too. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I feel like Seth has a scotch of that on his energy. Like he just does not consider much outside of himself enough. Which, you know, is, I guess, part of the awakening process. You're kind of in that, like, selfish, just fucking blind energy until you're fucking not.
Part of it's just that age group, too. He's young.
Yeah, it's fair.
He's a young guy.
Ah, shit.
Ah, shit.
Ah, shit. Thanks for liking the live, you guys. Oh my goodness. Does anybody have any, like, questions that they think would be helpful for the group that they want to know? Spiritually? Maybe conspiracy theories? We love talking about conspiracy theories. I don't ever talk about them enough on here because I'm always, like, talking about relationship advice and communication with people because it's so important. But for funsies, it's fun to talk about conspiracy theories and shit. The only time I've ever done anything like that was when I was burning a bridge from someone who had hurt me many times. That's what I'm saying. I get it when you've been fucking destroyed a million times. UFOs? What about them? The fact that they're like chilling right now above us?
Right though.
Beam me up, Scotty! I'm just kidding. I actually was reading this thing about how the mothership is in our solar system, and I was talking to my mom, and I was like, dude, if they were for real, like, showed up, I would literally make it very known, like, hey man, if you're looking for volunteers. And then I told a friend of mine this, and she goes, I wouldn't do that. Some of the races out there just are looking to take humans to, like, harvest them or eat them. And I was like, what?
Yeah, you don't just reach out to
maybe
strangers.
I won't just go. And he's right, though. It's so is she. Like, who knows? This could be Hannibal Lecter species of aliens. We don't fucking know.
It's different if you bump into something.
I'm so
That's
naive
kind of how
sometimes.
I am. Like, I'm not the type to go looking for trouble. I just bump into it all the time.
I'm hoping he gets to my page soon. Girlfriend, he will, I'm sure, in time. I went to go to the breathe work conference and could not find it to say my breathe work. What the fuck? Breath work?
To some races, we are cattle. To some aliens, I would assume we are.
I think to some humans, we are cattle.
There's government documents released proving that they've made agreements with aliens so they can kind of come and go as they please as long as they, in a sense, don't take too many of us or annihilate us.
Yeah, that's true. There's definitely disclosed government documents that, they've made agreements about us. We're definitely cattle, in a way.
Yeah, it sucks because, like, every guy with a tinfoil hat, like...
Is Joey done with Nicole for good?
He might have been right.
Yeah,
Oh, no, everything's going to hell.
Oh, no. Okay, but here's what I think. I think there are many species of aliens that are actually pretty darn close to our world. I'm going to be real here, and I might freak some of you out. I don't know if you're going to believe me anymore on anything I say, but here we go. I'm going to do it. Okay, so I believe there are actually, like, many races up there, and I feel like some of them are great. Some of them are, actually, most of them probably are really good, because I would imagine to get here, they would have to be quite an evolved species, and at that point, they probably would have learned, to some degree, the significance.
Okay.
Oh, nice. They would have learned to some degree the significance and importance and peace, you know? And so, like, I think many of them are probably very good. But it would be ignorant, I feel like, for me to believe, just like he was saying with, you know, so they're not all good. Depends on who you bump into and all that shit. So I'm sure some of them are kind of nefarious. But I feel like a lot of them have been around. I feel like they've interacted with us for a long time. Since the, like, 50s, the government has been very aware of them and functioning with them.
Yeah.
So, like, to imagine that, like, to imagine everyone you see as human, I personally think is sort of naive. Do I look at people and be like, probably an alien? No. Honestly, I have no idea. I can't really I think most people probably can't tell the difference. But I think not everybody has human DNA flowing through their veins. That's for sure. I think there's just too much of odds that... Why wouldn't they come down here? Why would they be hanging out around here and not come down here? For almost 100 years that we know of, based on government acknowledgement. How could they not be down here? Almost 100 years of them working together. How logically? I'm a very logical person.
I believe.
Oh, me too. I think they've been here since the beginning.
Easter Island. I think.
Yep.
Stonehenge, the pyramids. I believe a lot of that has something to do with it, especially since the government. But I do have an answer to that yes and no real quick.
Oh.
I don't think he's done with you forever. I think he wants to be. He's mad at you. But I don't think he can be done with you forever. So.
But, like, I think that's exactly right. the percentage of unknown DNA? We just were talking to a friend the other day that said 2% of their DNA was Neanderthal. Okay.
Holly wants to talk about dimension shifting.
Oh,
she's just gonna trigger a whole nother one.
Okay, give us a minute. So, we will. Dimension shifting is coming next. So, fucking 2% Neanderthal. Well, in recent studies, I've come across the conclusion that, like, there is no missing link. I don't care. Science will catch up soon enough, and it'll be published in books 20 years after its discovery, but whatever. The point is in reality, we've discovered that the DNA between Neanderthal and human today are two very different things. It's not a bridged gap that's missing. They are two separate things. And so Neanderthals are one species, and us, humans, are a totally separate species. Very closely related. Clearly, maybe probably cousins or something to that degree.
Like in
but,
a
like,
sense, yeah.
not like an evolution.
Kind of
No.
like chimps to gorillas.
It's like somebody took a Neanderthal and then, like, spreaded some other DNA with it, like interspecies mingling kind of bullshit, and created a hybrid. What we all are. And so, like, we know that they are two different... I mean, they won't say all the things I just said, but we know they're not related, okay?
Yeah.
The Neanderthal and us. And so when you see people with these old parts of it left, these are probably more pure lines to our original ancestors, the pre-manipulated versions of ourselves. That's the other fascinating thing is with this DNA shit. They say that human DNA, there is no evolutionary process because of the construction of it. It looks like something that would have been manipulated in a lab. Like the extra chromosome that we have is just like
it's not
inserted.
Natural to
it's
Earth.
not natural.
Like, it's not natural to Earth's like how we would have evolved here.
Pickles. We're quiet.
Oh, well, it's not natural to Earth's like the way everything else has evolved here. We didn't evolve the same way.
Yeah. We're completely different. So that's fascinating. So then when you say that, like, part of your percentage of your
say
DNA...
It's mushrooms, though. Don't forget about the stone monkey theory.
But still, that wouldn't add a chromosome.
It would add genetic coding that could lead to an extra chromosome.
It would add to new neurological pathways, which I do think that our species has had evolutionary advances in the way that we use our mind due to fungus. I do believe that. But I don't believe that we became a thing because of mushrooms. I don't think that's a thing. Because if it were,
I'm just talking about what else is like talked about. I don't believe that one either.
If it were though, in my opinion, I feel like it would be because oh my god, my brain just stopped. Mushrooms. Oh, it would be because we would see that more. We would see, monkeys tripping out on mushrooms out in the forest, advancing like different levels of advancement. We would see that progression in real time if that's how we got to where we were. You know what I mean? Right? Because it's not like all the monkeys would stop evolving one day. They're like, fuck this, the one branch off is fine. We'll just stay here and chill. Scientists only understand about 10% of DNA. The rest they call junk DNA. Well, see, here's the funny thing about that, is that we actually know more to that story than they really are admitting, because they've learned that DNA is storage. It's like data storage. So, like, every strand of DNA has 215 billion terabytes of information. And every human contains about 50 to 100 billion DNA strands. So, like, that junk DNA is storage. And it's not just storage for our life, but it's storage for all human existence, in my opinion, which is why they say you can find every answer possible to anything from within. When you meditate and go to the Akashic Records, how it is that you can pull up May 13, 2087, Stacy, my mom's deepest thoughts. You know what I mean? It's because our DNA literally has every single second of history ever written on it. And you can tap into that. Anybody can. So cool. So cool. Okay, dimensional drifting.
Should we throw some rocks real quick? People are asking us to throw rocks.
Nicole, let it go, let it go. Nicole, the shit that you keep asking us about every day, I feel like they're saying enough. I know you want to know, but the reality is you're not supposed to know right now. This is a time for you to focus on you, and you're doing not that by focusing on him. And I know you don't focus on him 24/7. I hear you right now. Not all the time, I know, but too much is what they're saying. You got to let it go for at least right now.
Yep, I have breakthrough, which is a time of change and transformation. Like, you just got to kind of, like, alter the way you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, just, if you focus in on one thing way too much, you are going to miss so much.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're worried about right now, is they feel like by your attention being drawn over here, you're missing out on too many opportunities in your life right now. Even if you're doing life, when your mind's kind of lurking around it, it's just blah, blah, blah. The ending was traumatic and abrupt in my life. No, 100%. I know why you're caught up on it. I just want you to know, there will be answers coming, but right now, it's about, like, it is about kind of feeling it. And I feel like when we're upset, we want to soothe ourselves by getting to some conclusions, trying to make sense of the situation. But sometimes it's necessary to allow it to not make sense, to allow it to just suck.
It's acceptance. That's one of the hardest lessons we have to learn in this journey is acceptance. Like, shit happens.
It hurts my heart to say that, because, like, I know, I just feel you, and I feel how sad you are.
And that's
and I don't want to be like, just be sad, but sometimes you really do.
But acceptance and patience, exactly. Patience is a big part of acceptance. You generally figure out patience before you figure out acceptance, because patience at least stops you from reacting. Acceptance lets you get over it.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. Like, I mean, you can even ask Ashley. It took me, probably up to maybe a year ago to actually finally kind of get over the shock of, like, what happened at the end of my marriage, I would say.
You gotta be a little bit louder. Just a little.
Are people still?
No, I just know that you're quiet.
Oh. But either way, I would say, I don't remember anymore. Damn.
Oh, you were just telling her that, like, the shock of letting go and everything, like, or the acceptance.
Oh,
part.
yeah, like, the way that, like, kind of shit just hits the fan so fast, and all of a sudden, like, one way of life goes one way, and then it's done. And you feel like you don't know what to do. It takes a long time to get over that, because you kind of don't know how to run through and operate after that.
I'm gonna say something and sound like a whore, but I'm gonna say it. To get over somebody, you know what they say sometimes is best.
That would help.
I don't know why, but they're telling me to tell you that. And I'm not condoning crazy ass, but hey, we're all adults. Go have fun. Like, sometimes you just need to, like, just fucking shut it off for a minute, you know? Sometimes you need to show yourself that there's still things to be enjoyed in life.
Yeah, but that's the acceptance part, too, is, like, it's not that it's not linear. Like, there's definitely times where, like, I'll hear a song that'll piss me off. It'll just piss me off. Even though I'm over it, I've accepted a lot of the issues, but still, it makes you think about it, and it reminds you. So, like, but that's also another good time to, like, accept it. Like, feel that anger, but not just because it happened to you specifically, or that you went through it, or because you fell for it. Just feel that anger because that's what happens. That's, when you think about that situation, it pisses you off. Feel it, process it, and then, in a sense, accept it and get over it. That's the best thing you can do. Is as hard as it is. I know it's hard. I can't explain how I did it, but
you know why I think they're telling you to move on in the way that I just said? Scandalous, I know. Is because of the way everything happened between you two. I almost feel like you need to do that to, especially if you want to think about reconnecting later after we've learned lessons and stuff. I feel like for you internally, not that there's, like, an eye for an eye mentality here, but, like, I feel like you need to go experience something outside of you two to kind of feel at peace with everything. Do you know what I mean by what I'm trying to say right now? I try not to air people's dirty laundry too much, and so, like, I try to say things in a way, and I just feel like I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. I think it will bring my confidence back in a way. Yeah.
Well, not even just that, but, like, I feel like, especially if you haven't, like, that, in a sentence, sounds silly, but that is a huge act of freedom.
Yeah.
You are going to let go
of
of so many chains and shackles that you're not even aware are there. That's one thing I would say, like...
And you might meet somebody amazing because that's where I met this guy, was in that mentality. Was literally, I was like, enough. I'm feeling sad. I'm caught up on bullshit. And for what? And so I was like, nah, I ain't dead. And I signed up for Tinder that day. And, you know, a couple days later, bagged me a winner. Bagged me a winner. Didn't even try to. I was just trying to have fun. But, you know, you never know what life's going to throw at you.
And I was kind of coming from the same spot. Like, I was in a crazy-ass relationship and marriage before that. And then I was kind of realizing, like, every chick I met anywhere was just trying really hard to get serious super fast. So I was like, well, F all that noise. We'll just go on Tinder and find something not serious. And now we're engaged.
So funny, though. Because I literally was, like, so clear with him. I was like, no. Like, I know girls come on here and they say they're not. But, like, when we were talking on, like, text and video chat and stuff before we met up, I was so clear with him. I was like, just like, I don't have the mental capacity for that.
We figured it was the safest bet. You were from out of state.
Yeah, and we were like, I was like, this is temporary.
Like,
I'm going to be
she was
gone
leaving.
soon.
Like, yep.
And he was like, perfect. Exactly where I'm at. I'm like, okay, great. And then we met, and, like, when he drugged me into the house and stuff, and we, like, got upstairs.
Okay, wait.
He didn't drag me. I don't know why I said that. It was so
easy.
dramatic. We just walked in there. But, like, I just meant, like, when he got me into the house. Anyways, we were up in the bedroom, and he just kept talking. And I kept talking, too. I noticed, and I was like, what am I doing? Because I have very clear rules about, like, fun time like this, okay? And, like, because otherwise it gets messy and it's nonsense. And so I was like, can I lay down? You know? And he was like, oh, yeah. Like, he had even realized, like, oh, my God, we're just sitting here, like, having a date when we said we weren't going to, like...
We weren't dating.
This. And then the next morning, he was like, at like 7 a.m., he was like, hey, are you awake? And I was like, yeah, I just got up. And he was like, you want to go on an adventure to Walmart with me? And I was like, oh. So, like, I really wanted to go, but I just woke up. I looked like dog shit. And he was like, I'm 2 minutes away if you want to do this. And I was like, fuck. It's like, yeah, but you have to, like, be ready for my real face. And he was like, okay. And he was so excited that I went. And then, like, literally never let me leave after that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to leave that. It'd be like that sometimes. It really do. I really don't have the mental capacity I need to heal. No, I know. I'm just saying, you never know what life's going to bring at you, though. And I think just that movement and that intention to move forward with your life breaks shit loose.
You got to try something new, too.
I'm not saying...
You got to, like, live and look at shit differently now. Like, that's what's gonna help, is, like...
But I'm not gonna lie, like, I was literally crying, like, at my grandma's house, like, the night before me and Shiloh met. And, like, saying that I was gonna die alone, and that fuck men, and, like, for the next year, I was for sure gonna be single. At least the next year. Because I just needed to find myself and do me, and... But I got news for you, girlfriend. It's the year of divine unions. And you want to know why? Because the collective vibration has rised. And because of this, we need more love in the world.
Yep.
And how do you bring in more love? Oh, I know. By suiting two perfectly matched people together that want to heal and love and embrace each other so they can enhance the love in the world, because that's the objective and the goal. But anyways, my point is it's all kind of popping off right the fuck now. So don't close your heart out too hard for love, Nicole. Whether it be with Joey or anyone, just in general, don't do that. I've definitely I've definitely told myself to not be open to the idea of something. If it comes in, then maybe. Oh, good.
Yeah, it sounds like she's, like, waiting for it to stroll across the porch.
Yeah, it's not going to come across your porch. You get old and haggard putting all your energy into someone that's toxic. Take care of yourself first. You do. You really do. You lose literally your life force when you're taking care of other people. Autumn, I'm sorry. I saw you too earlier.
Autumn falls.
Cast away the negativity. Everything in your life is working out. I know you don't feel like it's all 100% there yet, but that's what the journey in life is all about. Is about your journey to getting there. And, like, you can already see it ticking into place, just like we told you with your EMT job interview. It was coming, and it did come. And just like everything else that we say is coming, it is coming. But you need to appreciate the journey and appreciate the struggle and the beauty along the way to that goal.
Huh.
What's up, limp discus?
I like it.
Discus? Limp
like it.
discus.
I have the flow rune for you, Autumn. I think that's kind of just it. You got to go with the flow. I think we said that to you yesterday too.
Flow in.
The flow is
flow
flowing. You got to let it flow.
I know.
Like, you're trying so hard to go faster,
Autumn.
and you're swimming, you're kicking, you're swimming and you're kicking and you're paddling super hard. You've got your breaststroke going perfectly, and yet the problem is, like, you're going against the current, though.
It took me 38 years to find my person. I'm sorry, 37. 37 years to find. No, 36. Shit. Okay, 36 years to find my person. So, like, understand that however long forever feels like to you, it's not. It is not so long.
Yeah.
You're so young. You've already found so much. Dimensional shifting.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to know?
We had a theory that happened before our road trip last. We think that, well, one thing we considered, we were talking about, it's not exactly like our opinion, but it's something we talked about, and it's really interesting. Like, so like since we all exist on so many different timelines, once one
38
ends per se, it just merges with the rest.
Did I just add a year to me? 37. I'm 37. I turned 38 this year. Fuck, I keep doing that.
That's because we are almost 38.
And we?
I don't know.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
I don't know why. I just
Dimensional drift. Hey, Megs.
Our age is we'll just do the average of our ages. So like we're both just 37.
I'm 37 and he's 35.
And right now we're 36.
He's about to
37.
He's about to turn 36 this month, and I'll be 38 next month. We're about 2 years apart.
She's a cradle robber.
My birthday, I was 33. Dude, I do that. After 30, us girls, we just don't give a fuck anymore. And now I'm learning that I keep adding years. Like, the last few years, I've been, like, adding additional years to my life, and I don't know what the fuck that's about. I don't want to do it. Noah's younger than you?
More intense, so I don't know. What's your take on it? Our take on it? I mean, that's hard to say, because how the fuck do you know?
My take on it is that
I like the infinite possibility aspect, that, like, there's a chicken version of Shiloh somewhere, and that sounds pretty fucking nifty.
I think that is probably real. Like, some...
I just
some
like
kind
the
of version
idea,
of that.
Yeah.
There's like
just no
infinite
telling.
possibilities of like, us and infinite possibilities of other worlds and all that kind of shit. But when we get talking dimensions, I used to think more like that, like of the chickens and different things like that. But now I think more directly related. I feel like now I think more about like the fact that we have unlimited amount of timelines of this Ashley living, but in one version, maybe she's a plumber. In another version, maybe she's, a chef. In one version, she's a CEO conglomerate. In another version, she's a judge. You know what I mean? There's all these, right? But this Ashley, who's 37 or whatever, doing life, right? And so, but now in between those, so it doesn't just go plumber Ashley, psychic Ashley, right? From one to the next closest one. No. They're like these micro movement differences in between where I'm at here and the plumber version of me, right?
Sage.
So there might actually be like a number that we can't even fathom of dimensions that you would have to cross over in order to get to the plumber destination, right? But now, to break it down even crazier, Ashley Me has a bunch of different possibilities for this version, who's a psychic and everything else, right? But there's the worst possible outcome of this life, like, just fucking, I'm a psychic under a bridge somewhere doing it for fucking cigarettes or something, Let's hope it was cigarettes. But anyways, and then there's the best version, and I'm like celebrity psychic, I got my fucking own TV show or something, whatever. And that's the best version. So now that's the timeline where we are always talking about. Where we're talking about jumping around. I just woke up in another timeline. That's the timelines we're talking about. You don't wake up in another timeline where, like, there's a new bird and it has a butt for a face. Like, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking more like these micro movements where, this Ashley is a little less confident, but the next timeline over, she's got more confidence. She's more assertive. But then the next time over, she's more nurturing, more patient, more understanding. And then the next time, so like you're adding these little quirks of addition if you're going up, or subtraction if you're going down, But You're adding these little micro differences in your personal, like you know, maybe one day you wake up and your style has slightly altered, you know? Shit like that. Shit like that. Do you have any more you want
Well,
to mention?
I like, well, kind of like what we were talking about, though, like, kind of the merging of it. So, like, in a sense, like, once the existence of one timeline is ended, it kind of, like, transfers throughout the rest. That part interested me because, like,
Yes.
and if you think about it, really, I was probably just a little bit edgy because we had a full day in the car ahead of us. What are you gonna do with you?
I don't know. I love it so much.
I know, but we were talking about it though. Like, wouldn't it be wild if, like, say, there was another version of us going on the same road trip, but they wound up crashing because, like, a grumpy version of me was busy yelling at the kids instead of driving. And we kind of thought it over, and we're like, obviously, I was kind of being edgy during the road trip, and we were like, I wonder if that would be, like, the case, like, this new energy of somebody else entering because they died, in a sense, is now making me grumpy. Really, it's probably just the fact that we are going to be in the car for a full day, but either way.
We were just theorizing, though. So, it's the idea that, like, your avatar, like, let's say Sarfar's avatar, that's Sarah Farley down there. Anyways, Sarfar's avatar can never die. It's, like, basically infinite. So, at least in this timeline. So, like, basically, if you drove off a cliff and died in this timeline, you would just zip on over to the one right next to it where literally nothing's different. Maybe, you know,
they hit the brakes.
It's, you know, yeah. Yeah, like, you would hit the brakes instead, you know, and survive. But this is the difference between, like, stuffed Oreos and stuffed Oreos. You know, like the Mandela effect shit. That's these micro differences, right? That really don't change or make or break the world. But it's essentially the exact same life, just slightly different. So instead of going over the cliff, you braked in time and you proceeded forth and your life was fine. But now in that other timeline, that didn't happen. You actually died. It sounds so dramatic. I know. I'm sorry for. But you actually died. And so that part of you, that little piece of soul that was running that avatar, just goes into the next one over that's almost identical to it. So you wake up breaking instead of waking up dead. You know what I mean? And instead of shooting off the cliff and hitting the bottom, when you hit the bottom, you just teleport into the next timeline where you're breaking now instantaneously. And there's actually people out there that have, like, literal memories of this shit happening.
What if that's what happens during, like, near-death experiences when they're like, I saw my life flash before my eyes, but, like, what if that's just another dimension of you that actually died? So you saw their life as they entered you.
Or they saw their own life. They did die, and then they entered them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's the same thing because it's all you, right? Mm-hmm. But anyways, our point is that you never die. It feels like, I mean, think about all your near-death experiences. Like, there was one time I was dead for 10 minutes. The unaliving thing, I know, whatever, I hate that word, but there's nothing else to say on here. I don't want to get banned on it. But I did it when I was young, 24, and I was gone for 10 minutes. They had to, like, revive me. Come back, you know, whatever. And during that time, I had sort of what they talk about, like, with the life review, but it wasn't like I was watching, like, a projection. It was, like, literally like an instant, and I just remembered everything about everything I had ever experienced. And there was this presence with me. I don't remember what they looked like or anything like that, but they were just with me, and they just said, "Are you ready to go again?" And I was like, "Excuse me, what?" And they were like, "You ready to go again? Like, I hope you remember everything that you need to remember because it's now time to go again." Like, they just told me I was going to start over, and I really thought I was going back to being born again. Like, the way they had made me believe it was that, like, I was going to wake up as an infant. No, I was so panicked. I literally lost my shit. And so I say I literally lost my shit because when I woke up moments later in the hospital, still my age, I was overjoyed, like elated, like lost my shit. Because I really thought that I had to relive my life. And trust me, nobody wants to relive that. And so I was just so excited and so happy. So anyways, I feel like I probably did die. The meds probably did work. And that gap was just my energy transfer. Are you ready to go again? Because you can't end this life.
Or
It's
you
just
were
a
in the
never-ending
Akashic
loop.
Records. Or you're in the Akashic Records in the interim. That's why you remembered everything about your life.
Maybe, but either way, I mean, like, we know I died for 10 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
Clinically written down.
No, that's what I'm
And
saying.
so, like,
during that 10 minutes, I think you were in the Akashic Records. That's probably why you remembered everything.
Perhaps. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I feel like I probably did actually die, and then instead of going back to being a newborn like I assumed,
You hit another
they're
timeline.
saying, like, hey, by the way, you have to go again. Like, you're not done, Ashley. You can't die yet. You have to go. I just misunderstood it at the time as baby. And fuck that. I, like, even thinking about it right now again. No! Anyways, but no, you can't stop until you stop. This is why suicide doesn't work. You just
Wind up
die in
somewhere
that
else.
timeline and go into another one. I watched my body go limp when I had when I had my accident. I don't tell a lot of people because they look at me crazy. Dude, I feel that sometimes. When I sleep or dream, I speak languages I've never even heard before. That is a thing. That's a real thing that happens to people.
And I think that's one thing I think is like transdimensional. And it might not even be like a dead thing either there. I think that's just kind of like connective consciousness, like what we were talking about.
Right, Nicole? Terrifying. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you know what my parents were like? No. It was too hard one time. I cannot. It was hard getting to 34 for facts. Oh, I honestly wouldn't mind starting over from a baby and making changes necessary.
I think
but you
that
wouldn't.
reflects
You wouldn't
the differences
remember.
in our childhoods.
You wouldn't remember,
Right, you might just do
Autumn.
literally the exact same shit.
You would do the exact same shit. That's kind of the point. Is like they were telling me, like, no matter what, the exact same thing happens because that life has already been lived. The past, it can't be undone. You know what I mean? Like, experiences once had are had forever. Time is limitless. That's man-made.
Yeah. Well, you learn the lessons until you learn the lesson. That's the thing. It's kind of like, I don't know if anybody, how you got punished when you were a kid, but every time you broke the rule, you got the same punishment. It's kind of like that.
What happens when you get old? Well, you have a natural conclusion. As long as you hit your natural conclusion, like if you have a heart attack or if, you know, I feel like it's accidental things or self-imposed things that make you finish out your destiny. We all have death dates.
Yeah.
This is why people are afraid of tarot. It's because they think I'm going to predict your death. Just imagine, though, if I actually had that skill, would I utilize it? No. Because who the fuck should know when they're going to die? I'm going to tell you how many people should know that answer. Nobody, including me. We should not fucking know that. You would never live your life normal ever again.
But I think, Holly, kind of like what you're talking about now, all of your timelines are the same age. They, in a sense, were all born at the same moment you were.
This is why we have deja
in their
vu.
dimension, the world might have been at a different angle, so their birthday might be September compared to your August. There's some weird alteration like that, given like timelines and all that weird dimensional aspect. But
that would
either way, you're always the exact same age as the rest of like your timeline counterparts, though.
Yes.
So if you die of old age, it's because one of you in the timeline made it to old age.
All of you died at old age.
In the essence, you will all live the same time span.
Because you never die. You just merge into each other. Exactly.
Yep.
It's just, imagine that you
until
have...
the spirit's fully united, and then you can move
Yeah.
on.
Imagine you have 100 versions of this life. 0 being the shittiest, 100 being the best. Okay? Now let's say you're in timeline 2, and you get into a car accident that kills you. You're going to merge now to timeline 3, okay? Now, let's say at age 86 on blank day at blank time is your designated death. All of the people that didn't accidentally or self-imposed died along that, so let's say there's like 78 timelines left. All of those people will make it to that age, to that timeline, to that destination, because that's when your time ends. That's when this story concludes. Now, the things that weren't supposed to happen along the way, those are the ones that just kind of disappear. and merge into with the other ones. So you still finish, you just finish with another energy. You're the Rickiest Rick, you know what I mean? And that explanation makes sense. We're really good at making sense. We're good at that. We're good at that.
This is true. Autumn said she would want to know her death date, and I said, we know she would want to know.
I don't even want to know that.
She would want a scheduled itinerary for what happens until then. Because then, honestly, she'd never ask us another question. That's all she would need. Just an agenda filled out.
But no, because then she'd find out her death date. No.
How do I change this?
No.
That's the new
What
new
if
rabbit
I told
hole.
you it was like 2 weeks from now?
Can I have that too?
You know what I mean? No, I'm not saying it's not. It's not. But I'm just saying, like, what if that was your answer? Like, how the fuck are you gonna digest that? I would want to know, too. What? You guys are crazy! I'd be out doing everything I want. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. If I had 2 weeks left...
Right.
I'd want to
know. Yeah.
I'd want to know.
Zero accountability.
But what if you have
sounds like
5 years?
tons of fun.
What if you had 5 years? Like, long enough to make it kind of weird. But long enough to make it horribly depressing. How would you even do that reading? You don't want to know. I don't know. I don't even know. I know I could find out because there has been a few times I've unintentionally, so has he, predicted certain things in this realm. However, I don't ever inquire about it because I feel like I don't want that weight on me. I don't want to know what's no.
The problem was other people asked me, and when I answered them, that's like my dad asked me as a joke.
Ew, why do people ask that question?
Well, first off, my parents are morbid. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little on the dark side of things. And it's because my parents were terribly morbid and oddly upfront with me. So, like, my dad was just like, how do you think it's going to end for me, bro? I was telling him, I was like, if you don't be careful, bro, like, one day, like, you're just going to, like, unexpectedly. And he's going to be like, how do you think it's going to happen? I was like, you're going to go missing, dude. And then he did.
And then he did. Asked you what?
My dad asked me how I thought he was going to die, and then after that he asked me how I thought my mom was going to die, and I pretty accurately predicted her death too.
I've always been morbid because I'm Russian and they are very blunt and dark. Dude, I get it. I'm a Scorpio. I love taboo subjects. But why? But why that one, guys?
Nobody needs to know when they're going to die, because all you're going to do is ruin the whole life between.
And probably people around you.
Well, yeah, but
you're
not
gonna fuck with people around.
It,
oh no! There's a reason we don't know these things.
For evil.
For evil. Damn, I wouldn't want to know when I die, but I would like to know how. Oh nope. That's the other. My heart hurts right now. Instantly unlocked secret fear of mine because I don't want to know how I'm gonna die. Because then, what if they say something like food? What? Now I have some new food phobia. Great. Nothing but applesauce and apple juice for me. Why so many apple products?
You will never get out of the bathroom. You'll just be flushed.
What? So many apple products. That's weird. But anyways, I couldn't do that. Oh my god. Oh, I know. We're giving Bree nightmares over here. Car accident. Never getting in a car.
Yeah, but that's when you get hit by a car. Or one, for some reason, falls out of a cargo carrier.
That's what I'm saying.
10 miles ahead and they still drop. The thing is, you can't change it.
Fears,
so why no?
So many fears.
And also,
unlocked.
you're never going to truly experience it.
What if they were like, you want to know how you die? Light bulb. And you're like,
what does that fucking mean?
You'll never turn a light switch on ever again.
No, you'll just be Amish.
Oh my god. I think that's how I die. By a light bulb? It's always a shock.
She's just like on a hike and somebody throws a light bulb out of a car window for no reason.
We're going deep. Oh my god. Anyways, yep. Those are 2 questions that I don't tango around with.
No,
they're terrifying.
Iris brought it up. Did you all not learn anything from Final Destination?
Yes.
If you don't die the way you're supposed to, you're just going to die worse anyways.
It's It's just like the healing lessons. If you don't do what you need to do, the universe is gonna bitch slap you. It's gonna be so much worse.
I'm probably gonna be adult napped. Honestly, if anyone would get adult napped, it would be you, Autumn. And you know what though? They would just let you go though, because you would ask so many fucking questions. Where are we going? What kind of car is this?
Stop it.
Who's here? What kind of cologne is that?
Stop it. Cut it out. I would be. She would probably know their birth dates, their middle names, but the police would be very appreciative of all the information that you've retained. Do you past life deaths and patterns could relate to potential present? Oh my god. Okay, you may have given me a weird reason. That I would look into. That's an interesting
one though, because a lot of that's genetic. Now that goes down to genetic memory. That's kind of something that science plays a little bit more along. Like people, like someone mentioned the birthmark, and they think that had something to do with their death in a past life. Now scientists have kind of dabbled in that idea to where like someone literally got kicked to death by a horse, so like generations later somebody was born with a bruise from it. So like that's kind of wild.
No, you're like me, Autumn. You have that obsession tendency, but honestly, this is what makes us a shit ton of money in the end of our
We're not bullying destinations. You. It's like I'm okay.
You're obsessive because I'm that girl too. At work, when I would go to get trained for like a job, literally I would annoy my trainer with the questions. What the fuck? Your job is literally to answer my questions. But anyways, I agree with you. I think it is a strength too. But
it is good though because like you've noticed there's a lot of winning in it though too, or else you wouldn't keep doing it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't hurt to know every angle of something, especially at least every angle you can get. I'm not saying that you shouldn't ask questions. That's not it. I'm just saying you would definitely ask them all of the questions, though. It's definitely good to be insightful. And honestly, one thing I like about your questions, it makes me think differently about things. Because it's like, oh, shit.
He killed me in a past life.
What? I don't remember. Did you like that? I had no idea what you were talking about, but I wanted to make it look like I did.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh.
I had to process it.
You don't remember that?
When
we were talking about that.
It did sound familiar, but then I was like, I wanted to deny it, and then I was like, wait, what?
Oh
I wanted to be like, well, no, because I was going to say, I was like, no, horse kicked Sam in the head.
So, yes, that's right.
That's what happened.
So we have spent many lives together, and there's been some that have not gotten so according to plan. And one of them, in our less healed versions of ourselves, yeah, he killed me. Does it say yes?
Hold on 1 second.
I said it. Oh, you're answering your question. Okay. Oh my god. I was crying, you guys. That was fucking hilarious. That was really good, babe. But yeah, there was definitely versions of us where it was quite toxic, and I mean, we definitely both played our roles, but he finished it in one of the lives. Whoop, that's a thing you can see, past lives with other people. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and Autumn, I'm not saying you ask too many questions. I'm literally saying the amount of questions that you ask will save your life.
It will.
They'll be like, oh no, get the fuck out.
It will.
Because you can't know that much about captors.
On the back of your necks?
What?
Oh, well, that just sounds like an execution.
No, that's another genetic thing too, though.
I know it does, but the fact that they all do, I kind of want to ask, as if they were in a past life, her and her children executed in the back of the neck. See, I got to kick off that right away. I've had kids that have spots.
Beheaded in La France?
I don't know, it felt like an execution style, like shot.
Well, I was going to say, back of the neck, like that sounds like a guillotine to me. They stick their head in the thing and the blade...
Ask if it was a gun.
Was it a gun? Nope.
Was it a guillotine?
Was it a guillotine? Yep. Back of the neck, that's what I was thinking, guillotine. You pissed off someone with money, though, because they got you executed in front of people.
If I get a past life, can you see if I had one with my current partner? Yeah. You have had past lives with your current partner. I can tell you about a past life you had with your partner if you would like. I feel like I knew one of you in my past life because of something is so familiar. Dude, you could, Cat. I have no birthmarks, but I have beauty marks. That's because you're beautiful. I don't know what moles signify spiritually. That you've been kissed by an angel. Isn't that what they say about moles or freckles?
I don't know. I've heard so many things because I'm covered with them. I've heard so many different stories about what they mean.
Let's look. I want to see what hits my... Stop it. Creepy little thing. Crazy. Alright, let's see.
Well,
I had to put body moles because mole is an animal. Oh my god, stop it. Guess what it is? It's gained wisdom from past lives. That's what moles mean. Baby. This is why you're
I'm all covered in them.
a 22. Yeah, it's because you are very wise from all your past life experience. So if you have beauty marks
I
or
have spots like
moles
Hassel.
or freckles, you have a plethora of past life wisdom. Stella! Holly, I got you for your past life. What's your partner's name again, babe? What about face moles? I have one too, right here. I can't barely fucking see it because of the filter. Filter and foundation covers it up pretty good, but I have in real life you can see it better. Fucking mole right on my face. But anyways, I feel like it just means if you have wisdom from past lives and it's on your face, I feel like that would be pretty significant. Like it's basically saying that you wear your wisdom from your past lives. You know what I mean? Like physically put it out in your forefront. So I feel like you actively utilize it in this life. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? That's odd because I have always been obsessed with them. Obsessed with what?
Well, I meant to say torch.
Good evening. Holy shit,
wrong.
my ex was named Anakin. What are we talking
No.
about?
Okay, so True Magic asked if she was a witch in her past life. I flipped for it, said, I don't think so. And then she said weird because she's been obsessed with him. And that's when I was going to answer. I think it was quite the opposite. She was the one with the torch. I think you used to burn them, True Magic.
Oh my god, that's so
And
weird.
now you get to live the opposite side of the coin.
So that's really weird that he says that, Kim, because my great-great-great-great-grandfather led the Salem witch trial hangings.
Got a big fat yes.
But
fat one. Another one.
yeah, we hung the witches.
I think you did too.
But-
Sorry, Kim.
But I have had downloads of my lineage. So if he's saying you burned them, you were either very closely attached with somebody who was spiritual or witchy, and didn't know it, or you yourself were spiritual too, because the witch train, like my lineage is super duper like energetically infused with like, you know, mediums and witches and like all that bullshit. And it's not because they were the ones getting caught in Salem. They were the ones taking them out. And it was something along the lines of, like, they weren't good people. Don't get me wrong. Like, my ancestors, unfortunately, weren't that great. But basically, they were witches and spiritual. And they felt like these outsider ones that were doing it were bringing attention that would get them in trouble. And so they just decided to lead a charge to go take these people out so they wouldn't have the threat of exposure, you know? Something to that degree. So I wouldn't be surprised if you were some kind of spiritually advanced person, just not maybe in the way you think. Ashley, did a past life read on me said that I was a spiritual leader? So spiritual leader and witch are two different things. I know it doesn't sound like it would be different things, but they kind of are. And I wonder if that also has significance in it. How does one find out about their past lives? I do reads on it. But, I mean, there's guided meditations. There's, like, hypnosis if you want to hear it from, like, yourself. Otherwise, like, you can get readings from people or different stuff like that. His name is Anakin. Oh, Anakin. Okay. Sorry, honey. Alright, Anakin. I definitely feel like in none of my past lives I wasn't really a big deal. Oh, I'm sure there was a past life or two where you were a big deal. Most people kind of have a plethora of, ups and downs in their past lives. Accusing. Oh. I feel you. I don't think it was me personally that was doing it in, like, one of my past lives, but it was definitely an ancestor of fucking mine. Somebody, like, closely related to me, obviously. So that was disappointing. Alright. Holly and her past life with Anakin. Is there, like, a specific one you want to know about? Because I feel like you've had multiples, like a decent amount of past lives together. And you've had some good ones. You've had some bad ones. You've had some epic ones, Do you want to know about the one that's closest to the one you're currently leading? Where do you want me to kind of direct this? Darkwater Dragon. Thanks for the follow, man. No wonder I was hiding my witchy self for the first half of my life. Well, yeah. And it was a different time, It's just a different energy. There was many times where we've come down and tried to change, the collective energy, but we weren't always set up for a very conducive welcome, Whatever you think is the best, I think. Or something I should learn from. Okay, let's see. I think they're saying do the one that's closest. I asked best life, worst life, or the one that closely parallels the one you're already living. And they said closely parallel. I think it's probably because it's going to tell you your conclusion. Kind of what happened with the life that you were living that lines up sort of like the one you're already living. Might be minorly different. Some, like, role changes or placement changes with people around you. But overall, it'll be a similar experience to the one that you're experiencing now. Okay. Tell me about Holly and Anakin. Guess I had to feel the other side since I did the accusing in the past life. Dude, I feel you. With every bright light, there's the darkness. Gotta live all of it, I guess, right? Confirmation. We gotta experience it all. Oh, this is nice. Okay. So ironically, I think you were in the, I had to check a couple times because I didn't believe it. I'm not gonna lie. But I think you're the man in this relationship. I don't know why I didn't believe it. I feel like there's an interestingly strong feminine energy about you, even though it says that you were a man. But you were a man. But you were a very, like, intriguing person. You were very forward-thinking, like, almost like a trendsetter. I do feel like this time period, though, was, like, it was a while ago. I want to say, like, late, maybe 1800s. It feels like your aesthetic, anyways, the kind of life energy that I'm feeling off of this. Your family was super supportive, super healing, though. You were kind of their treasure, their firstborn son energy. They really appreciated what you brought to the table. Your personality was very vulnerable, though, because since you were so cherished, and I definitely am getting, like, only child vibes here. Since you were so cherished, I feel like you were kind of sheltered and maybe not super aware of, like, the world and what it could be filled with, Because you had a pretty decent upbringing, and because of that, made you a little vulnerable. The thing that changed everything in your world was when you met Anakin in this life. I feel like there was something different. I don't even feel like you were really looking for love. I feel like you were a pretty free spirit. Like I said, you were pretty sheltered. You stuck to yourself. You did your own things. You enjoyed your life for what it was. But when you two met, everything just kind of changed. Time stood still, yada yada, like the whole nine. Like it just really, like your perspective, like who the fuck is this human? And they weren't that interested initially. They kind of pulled back a little bit. And so I feel like you felt almost like defeated or like you couldn't get past to where you wanted to go. But you stuck with it. And I feel ultimately at the end of the day you rose to the challenge and you guys ended up, coming together. I feel like the lesson that you learned from this moment that occurred between the two of you is that it's worth your energy to invest in something that you feel strongly about. It's worth it to put that time and effort in and see it pay out. Your lesson that you learned throughout life is that nothing is difficult forever. I feel like with Anakin in this life, it felt like your obstacles, sure, you still had them, but like they were just so much easier, like even the hard ones, even the difficult ones felt easier. Like life just felt easy with him and you two, like when you two were together, with him by your side, it just felt easier. The lesson that you brought from this life into your current life is that love's the only option. I feel like for so long you kind of lived life in a different way in the first half of this life and maybe didn't take it seriously enough, or maybe it was superficial connections. You like I said, you're just sheltered. You didn't really understand life and everything like that. And it didn't really click until you were with him and it opened you up and really made you value emotions and love and all the energy that you brought. And so I feel like you still hold that with you, that like dreamy childlike wish fulfillment of like, happily ever after. Like that energy is because of this life, because he really showed that to you, that happily ever after. You guys like complete each other. Nothing is difficult forever.
Yeah.
Nope.
Through repetition, you gain resilience.
Do you want to pull a few runes on her past life?
I could.
I
haven't done any past lives. That sounds fun.
This is Holly's past life with Anakin, and I just pull based on what I pulled, if you can do that. Direct your energy, like, on this reading. Because we have lots of past lives, so I don't want you to read on I want you to embellish on this one.
Is this a relationship reading, basically?
It's a life they shared together in a past life.
Okay. Just so I kind of know where my focal is a little bit.
Yeah, just see if there's any kind of messages or energy that'll contribute to this life reading. This past life reading.
I feel like there were a lot of children.
Babies? Like 7 of them?
Maybe. I don't have numbers here.
You got coins, though. As soon as you said that, I got 2 7s here. And I was talking about planting your seeds and seeing that was worth your effort and your time 7 times. I think it was 7 children.
I do feel like there was supposed to be a big change or a big breakthrough, though, and for something didn't happen. Something held it back. Maybe it was, in a sense, the fertility.
What did you say?
Something held back a lot of the initiation. Something stopped them from...
Talk louder. I'm like moving your head because it muffles you more, I swear.
I think they kind of lived like a cyclical life. Like they had a lot of the same problems over and over and over again. Not necessarily like in the relationship, but just in life in general. Like maybe they had like harsh crops, or maybe it was... I don't know what your reading said they did, but I feel like when they had like in a sense, a production aspect, their overall yield was generally like kind of hard, or maybe they had like certain strifes. Did they like, I don't know.
It said they did get stuck on some obstacles, but they rose above the conflicts and chose the path of love ultimately at the end of the day. And I feel like all their efforts paid off. What this really talks about is it says that she was a guy. They were very focused on, like, she was kind of like a little ahead of her time or whatever. Her family was very supportive and kind and healing. She was a very like sheltered person, so like she kind of came off weak or like naive, you know.
Okay.
The thing that changed everything was when they met. They met and it was like boom, you know. But there were some obstacles that they had to deal with or whatever that they overcame.
Oh, so the breakthrough probably got rid of their lack of initiation. That would make more sense, actually. That
And
would kind
then-
of make the runes flow better too, like with how they were lined up.
The lesson that she learned was that her efforts paid off and she didn't waste her time. Like she was able to, you know, like have it all pay off and work out in the end. The lesson that she carried on or learned in this overall, nothing is, you know, hard forever. Like you persevere out of the difficulty. And the lesson that she carried from this lifetime into her current is that like that idea, that love, that connectedness that they had, you know, to be open to that, to experiencing love at a deeper level, I feel like is what she's carried into this life, which is probably why you feel as connected as you do, you know. Past lives are 40. So sorry. But yeah. It feels like as the 7 babies.
Oh. No, I want to. Were they pregnant 7 times? Yeah.
Okay. 7 pregnancies, but
So I
not
think-
7 babies.
Were there less than 3?
5. Two.
I think.
Give us a number, bitch.
Well, I think there were 4, like, in a sense, alive. And I think the 3 are the repeating obstacle. So I
3
think it might have been
miscarriages?
miscarriages, yeah.
Okay. Fruit. Okay, Nicole, we'll get you when we get out of the paid readings, babe. Oh, so many. You have miscarriages this time? This life?
Oh,
I pulled for the closest correlation to her life now because this is where she would learn the most.
Okay, that makes sense.
But she was a man in this life, which was ironic. But that's interesting because it did say you were kind of really sensitive and stuff. And what a perfect suited and booted situation there for you to be this like sensitive masculine, especially at a time like this, for a woman to be going through miscarriages and different things. So many on the children. No, just the connectedness is true. Oh, okay. So many on the children. I know. But this energy feels good. It feels like
it seems like a
wholesome.
happy life altogether.
Yeah.
Like very fulfilled, I would say.
Yeah.
And like honestly, I could even say like, oops.
I really quick before I forget. Ironically, I think your life experience in this life was more suited to what his life was in this. So in the life that I just flipped for, the past life, his experience was more like your current life. And your past life experience is more like his current life. Does that make sense? You guys are almost like swapped energetically. Like a lot of the things that you went through in the past life are things maybe that were more similar to his experience now. Back in the day, a lot of kids were like the thing. That's facts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, miscarriages are really hard. Sending you healing. Oh, girl, yeah.
Well, and I
Interesting,
wonder.
I can see that.
Well, and I wonder if back then I kind of asked like if they were like heavily affected by it, and they said not really. So like I think it, in a sense like it was almost more normal to in a sense have like failed pregnancies.
Wasn't
So it was like, oh, well, we
publicized.
better try again then. You know, like, it sounds silly, like they were disappointed, but it's like, I think this is even kind of more closer to a time where, like, it wasn't rare for babies to die.
It wasn't. I was picking up, I said at the beginning, it was like at the end of the 1800s.
Okay, so yeah, I was going to say, like, that's kind of what I'm feeling is it's like, to them, a miscarriage was like just a small bump in the road. Like, not to sound like a jerk or insensitive, because they do impact people, but I think back then it was just a little bit different. I
They
think
had
there
other
was
things, like food
life
to
was
worry
harder.
about and shit. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, life was harder than that.
They had to make a fire and shit.
Yeah.
Fireball. I felt that too, Shiloh, when we have been talking kids with this reading. Yeah, it was a different time then, and everybody had like a circus-sized family, so
Yep.
it was just like.
Well, they were farmhands.
Mm-hmm.
They
You're
were
so
workers.
welcome, Holly. You're so welcome. It felt really, like I said, I want to say again, wholesome. Like it just felt real.
Yeah.
Like, honest and authentic.
Yeah, I see a lot of hard work. For some reason, I picture them gardening. I don't know why. Like
There
heavy
was a-
gardening.
It was the Seven of Pentacles up there, towing away at their garden. Yeah,
That's
it
literally
definitely
exactly what I
hard.
picture. It was like two people outside.
Chloe, thank you so much for the follow. They had to quite literally build a
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
yeah. All right, Nicole. Let's give you a fruit salad. Nicole's got that fruit salad.
That's a mini, right?
Yes. You're getting quieter.
I turned the hat backwards.
Oh shit! It's because he knows he's getting quieter. It's funny. Oh, this looks
This is
good.
when it gets real, just like an over the top.
Nicole, you're exactly where you need to be right now. Your perception is starting to change. You're starting to focus on the more positive things in life. You don't feel quite valued in the way that you want to be yet. And you're getting maybe a little impatient emotionally, but don't worry. They're saying your cup is about to overflow. You're actually going to be exhausted. So many things are going to be going on for you here soon enough. I feel like your life's going to take a positive turn. I know it's hard to imagine that, especially after what we've been talking about tonight, but it's just true. And I know you're not going to enjoy it 100%, but you will enjoy it quite a bit. You will enjoy it quite a bit.
Yep. I have opening and I have standstill. So I think, opening is a big one of saying, like, be ready to receive. So, like, kind of be ready to get everything you've kind of been hoping for. And then the standstill is, like, when, you'll see it. When you do, like, you can, like, kind of stop then, like, in a sense. Like, you can stop and enjoy it. Appreciate it would be a better word.
Yeah. And when will you meet your future husband? Brah.
Or where?
Brah.
On Earth, probably.
You're looking for a relationship jazz reading located on the menu. It's $40 if you want to get on the list to get that, okay?
We're going to throw a rock at Iris. I have growth in reverse. Let's see, I got to read this one because I used to think it just meant you're holding yourself back, but it tends to be not always that.
With him saying growth in reverse and seeing this protection card, sometimes when we protect ourselves from good things too. I feel like maybe they're saying your walls are up a little too high because you are, you don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to be hurt. You want to keep yourself safe. But they're saying when you do that, you protect yourself from the good things too. I just keep hearing that. You protect yourself from the good things too. As our dog just randomly comes into the room.
It says, examine what has occurred, your role in it, your needs, the needs of other people. Are you placing your wants before the needs of others? Strip away until you can identify the obstacles to growth in the situation. Then penetrating gently, imitate the wind. Oh. So kind of like look inside. Make sure you are noticing what you're doing that could be contributing to whatever pickle or whatever situation, good or bad, honestly. I don't even want to say pickle, but any situation that you're in, make sure you know your part in it. That's a good way to put it.
Boom. Why am I doing that?
I don't know.
And it's funny because I want to say with the protection card, it's coming back to me that, like, you're worried about keeping safe and, not being hurt and all that good stuff. But they're saying it's funny because you're already protected. You're no longer going to be hurt in those same kind of ways. Will life, like, never suck again? No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that you're incredibly protected. And these walls that you put up, just keep out the good stuff, really. I'm too giving. That's my issue. I give too much.
Then seems like you know where to turn the wrench.
Wrench it. Wrench it.
Just say no.
Wrench it. What?
Dare to say no.
Yes.
That one. Just say no to drugs.
Just say no. Oh my goodness. Any other card pulls in his house?
Let's say,
It's already 11.
Stop being so given. If someone was like, hey, can you pass the salt? Be like, no.
No.
You get it yourself.
I said no, thank you.
No salt for you.
I said no to drugs as you said that. Christy, what do you need here, babe? Resilience. This card keeps coming out. Oh my god. Anyways, they're saying be clever. Be clever in your life right now. You can get through this. Whatever obstacle, whatever up, whatever down you might be dealing with right now, you can literally get through this. And they're saying it's because you're so clever and resourceful, and they need you to like pull on that right now. They need you to lean on that energy right now.
Says the completion of beginnings is what Ingo's requires. Drawing this rune may mark a time of joyful deliverance, a new life, or a new path. A rune of great power. Receiving it means that you now have the strength to achieve completion, resolution, from which comes a new beginning. So it's like you're all set to start that new journey.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Time to be clever.
Boom.
Da-da-da-da-da. I need to
Get
stop
to
humming
work.
that. I need to stop humming that.
I know, we're gonna get sued.
What?
I'm just kidding. But like,
Trademarked.
Nintendo's gonna sue us for trademark.
Come after me, Nintendo. Come at me, bro. Is the time alone created for me to heal? For Nicole. Nicole. I always look like I'm picking my nose, but I'm messing with my nose.
Definitely. I could flip it 2 more times, but I feel like it's going to give me the same answer. Yeah.
Here I go.
But I feel like I did get a no at the end, though, so I feel like it's going to be... It's going to be for healing if you use it for healing. But if you don't focus on healing, it's going to, like... You're going to spin out.
Riz, if you want questions, you can subscribe up above, hun. Can I ask how many lives me and Sterling have shared?
Oh, man. We really did open up Pandora's box on this one.
Hold up. Hold up. It's a lot. Okay. At least 36? I've never asked that about us.
That's busy. Yeah, we did. Didn't we?
How many? When did we ask that?
We asked... I think that was kind of early on.
How
even.
many?
We asked about past lives.
I know I inquired about a bunch of them, but I've never asked how many we've had in total.
I guess. That's fair. Maybe not.
I'll heal. Can't avoid myself forever. I know. That's literally, I'm like in the bathroom some days, I'm like, I'm healed. I swear I'm healed. Stop challenging me. The sound the coin was making when you flipping it. No wonder that's strong pull. That explains a lot. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are pulled to what's familiar. Oh, I keep dropping it today.
$39.
That's a lot. Yep. 39 of them. You're not sick of me yet?
So, that means this is our 40th lifetime together?
Probably.
I'm just kidding. I'm going to stop making that noise. What the fuck? I'm so sorry. Oh my god. The things I do. I appreciate you, Nicole. We appreciate you. Curiosity Festival is something I've had together.
Makes sense. That's fair.
One minute. Thanks for the follow. Oh, wait a sec. I need to do quick math in my brain. So it would be like 11. It would be 11. 21. Sorry. I had to figure out what number the Page of Cup represented for me. It's 11. Because 10, 11. Okay, anyways. I want to jump on that bandwagon. Okay. Okay. Give me your number and I'll call. Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Later, sleazy.
Twenty-two, 31.
Carry the 4.
31, 40, 44. 44. Confirm, because that came out sloppy. It came out weird. Confirm for me. Okay, hang on. Let me try that again. It did come out weird, and I don't know. As soon as I said 44, I was like, let me confirm. Try this again. Oh, it might be more than 44. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, this came out not messy. Okay, 18. 34, not 44, 34. I'm so sorry. We'll confirm that numero uno. Yes.
I think so.
Yes. 34.
Oh, whatever. I can't do all that. That's hard.
How many past lives did Anakin and I have? Holly and Anakin, let's go. Holly and Anakin. Do-do. Do-do-do-do. 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 Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Okay, let's see here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 19.
We do free yes and no's for subscribers.
34 is how many past lives you guys have had. It's so wild. Everybody's numbers are like right around each other.
Super busy.
You and Shiloh had 36, 39. We're on our 40th. Apparently it's our 40th anniversary, guys.
I think you could if you want to, Iris.
That's funny.
She's not tired of me yet. I like to keep it interesting.
He's kind of like the kids, but in the fun way of like, you know, like you'll just be sitting there, like just peek around the corner and like just say something really spontaneous, or not so spontaneous. Sometimes it's not. It's just straight, but like he just like pops in and like somebody once said on TikTok because they were like going through the different like zodiac signs and what it's like to date them. And they said that, like, if you're dating a Leo sun, that it's like being in a relationship with somebody, like, from a rom-com. And I was like, fact. Inked, I got you for a mini for subscribing. Thanks for the subscribe. But, yeah, it was like being with somebody in a rom-com. And that's exactly what our day-to-day life is like. Yeah. This man is, like, literally makes it feel like I'm living in a rom-com movie. And then they said...
Which one, though?
It's different every day. And then, fucking, they said if it's a Virgo sun, it was like, your life will be perfect unless you fuck up.
Sounds good to me.
I was like, oh my god, it was so funny. I was dead. The mini, so you get a little subscriber mini. It's like spirit guided mini that I pull 6 cards and just see what you need to hear. And whenever Shiloh is sitting on screen here with me, you just get double time. So anyways, you also get some runes.
What's up, energy?
Kids are probably just mood swings. Stop it. Nah. There was one for every zodiac, and I did listen to them all, but I truthfully cannot recall all of them. It was in the beginning of my astrological kind of like experience. See you in the morning, Iris. Night and night. You're so welcome. Thank you for subbing. Okay. I feel like in your world right now, there's a lot of improvements that are happening. Things are getting better, especially in and around your home life. You're not 100,000% happy yet, but things are improving. I feel like this is energy that's helping you free yourself from restrictions that maybe you did feel in and around your home life. Either way, I feel like your self-worth is being more addressed. It's not exactly where it needs to be, but you're bringing attention to it. You're making yourself a priority for once here. You're standing in your power. You're creating a sense of stability and security for yourself, and because of that, it's helping you gain control over your feelings and your emotions and making you just feel more aligned and tuned in. Feels good. Wake up to one person and then go to bed to a different person in that same body.
Changeling. But what I do also have for inked here, I think in the past you were closed off to a lot of like either ideas or even just like growth in general. Like I think you kind of stopped yourself from doing a lot of things, and I think you've overcome a lot of that through a lot of different types of breakthroughs. And I think they're kind of leading in a sense to like this gateway, like where you are about to like you're like right at the precipice where you're about to like head over into a new life, and everything's gonna change for you.
You got the golden ticket.
Indeed.
That's what it feels. I got the golden ticket. That's all I keep hearing in my head right now. I got the golden ticket. Do. And as a subscriber, you can ask yes or no questions now. So if you have any questions you want to know, like your cool answers to, like, did I have a Kundalini awakening? Like Kim and her sweet ass questions. Willy Wonka, you know it. He's been on my mind lately. Is that stupid to say? I feel like this is really weird to say. But, I've been thinking about that Willy Wonka lately. I don't know why. Oh, I do know why.
There's that new movie out.
I do know why. Because I saw this fucking video a long time ago. That clip of Willy Wonka and the little kid pointing at his fucking privates. Remember that?
What? American Dad? Why do I feel like it's an American Dad?
No, it's like a clip of the movie. Oh. And there's a kid on the train. And he, like, waves towards it. Like, he waves like this, but, like, way down low by his waist. He goes like this. And then he takes his finger and goes and points to his privates. And, like, I saw it a long time ago.
Which Willy Wonka?
The original.
No.
So I saw it a long time ago, and then I saw it again more recently. And for whatever reason, Willy Wonka keeps randomly popping into my head. And it's creepy, and I'm not sure why. What he said. Yeah. No, for real. Priya, hey, what's up? If you would like a yes or no question, you can subscribe up above. But yeah, it was super weird. But anyways, I wonder why Willy Wonka's been coming into my mind a lot lately. It's creepy. I don't know why. I actually like Willy Wonka, the movie. That scene I didn't realize was there is gross, but other than that. Oh shit, what's going on with Christian? I do communicate.
Maybe kinda soon.
Wait, what? What's going on? What are you talking about, energy?
Oh, energy. I think he's just kind of like adding to the conversation. I'm assuming he's got guides.
Not as deep as y'all, but...
He speaks with his guides, I'm assuming.
Oh, everybody can talk as deep as we talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you guys to think that we're like something special.
Oh, about Willy Wonka.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Willy Wonka's weird.
It is.
Interesting. Anyways.
All those kids died in the real stories.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding. I was being very morbid. But if you think about it, all those kids probably died.
Oh, yeah, I know. I do think about that. Like, what happened to the girl that, like, turned into a giant blue baby?
What if they just like sent
Or the
her
ones
home?
that just disappeared, just sent her home as a blueberry.
Yep. Go live your life. This is what you get. Told you not to eat that shit.
Oh, I'm saying with spirit, not as deep. Oh, yeah, you can be as deep as us, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I don't want to be like it's not hard because... Okay, the actual act of it isn't hard. Clearing up your fucking energy and healing all the trauma and societal damage that's been done, that part's hard. Connecting is actually really fucking easy. It's like getting rid of all the, like, debris that has been, like, fucking left behind from your suffrage that's getting in the way of doing the easy action. That's the hard part, but...
Yep.
Yeah. Oh no, the battery's dying. Okay, I'm gonna
It's time for me to yell.
I'm gonna do like a 10 to 15 minute warning or something. So like if you guys want any readings or questions answered before we get off or anything like that, get in here. That part is definitely hard. It is. Yeah, that part's the fucking journey.
I still think a lot of it boils down to acceptance and intent.
Yeah.
Make sure you intend the right things and accept what doesn't go your way.
Yeah, and show everybody love. Even the fucking...
Yep.
Especially the people who hurt you. You know what I mean? They need it the most. They're sitting there doing toxic ass shit and they don't even either A, realize it or B, care. And that's somebody who is lacking love. So, like, spread the fucking love. Do you know the heart rate of a baby yet? Yeah. The heart rate of a baby is generally between 130 and 180 beats.
Oh, wait, I think... Could she be... Have you been around before this? I think she might have been talking about when we thought we were pregnant.
Oh, it didn't take. Yeah, the pregnancy didn't end up taking. We lost that one. We're still trying, but I got my normal period yesterday, so we did not conceive this last month, but we're gonna keep on going.
Yeah, we did have some there was a pregnancy, but it didn't stick.
Yeah. It was so short. It was like we were only pregnant for like 13 days, I think it was.
Yeah.
Wasn't long at all. But it's been 6 years since I've had a kid. I'm not a young spring chicken anymore, so I'm not too super surprised. We weren't like distraught about it or anything.
Right.
But yeah, we're still trying. Do you have anything for luck? I do have like abundance spells. If there's something specific you want luck in, we can aim it towards that. Otherwise, if you're just looking for your luck in general to increase, then we can do that too. Like some people will want like in heightened luck in finances specifically, you know what I mean, or heightened luck in love or whatever, or if you just want it kind of like in general, like a blanket. But yeah, for sure. How many past lives have Amanda and I lived? If you wanna subscribe, Energy, you can ask that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, bud.
Something to wear. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have lots of stuff to wear. I make jewelry. So I have like beaded bracelets that I could get you for something to wear. I have like more like necklace wrap things that I have available. Different things like that. But yeah, I have like crystals and different things that you can definitely wear for protection. Aw, Ink, thank you so much. You're so sweet. What can I ask? So we allow questions from non-subscribers. Sometimes we'll answer questions if they like pertain to like everybody. So like if you were to ask a question like, what's your best advice for dealing with conflict with your loved one? You know what I mean? Like that would help everybody. So we would answer that.
Yeah.
But if you want our personal energy for your personal questions, then there's got to be an energy exchange, and that's why we require subscribers. We got to respect our energy, just like you should respect yours. Wait, you sell jewelry? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
They can.
Where? So I don't really advertise it. Normally I just do it for clients, like for people, literally for situations just like this. Do you have something I can wear for protection? Yep, sure do. And it's because I make my own jewelry. Because all my jewelry that I wear and, like, do, it's all my stuff for the most part. Because, I don't know. Because I just, like, will find a crystal that I'm obsessed with. And normally it's, like, a weird one, you know, that, like, you can't just go to a fucking store and buy a bracelet with this. And so then I'll be like, well, I'm just going to fucking wrap it and wear it as a necklace. So then I can just have that energy with me all the time. And so, like, that's how I started it. And then, like, I had a bunch of clients that were reaching out specifically into this, in this way, just how you just saw. And so then I started broadening my collection so I could kind of help people, like my clients, when they would ask for it. But I don't really, like, advertise it. I can dig it. Yeah, man. Oh, Chaos, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I literally cannot explain, but I feel like I have a connection with y'all. It's so weird. You ask. That's the coin. That's the coin. Is Cat connected to us?
I got 2 yeses and a no. So I'd say maybe.
In some way you are. Yeah. How effective is your luck charm? How effective are... Well, you're asking how effective are crystals. And asking the lady whose house is covered in them and her entire body, I'm going to go ahead and say pretty darn effective. I don't mean to be silly. But I also do, like... I cleanse them and I, like... I don't want to say enchant. Because that sounds so fucking woo-woo and ridiculous. But that's kind of what I do.
There's an energy enhancement, I
like,
would say.
You know, when I'm making it with, like... intention, you know, so I'm kind of like infusing, enchanting, you know what I anyway, I feel silly saying it a little
There's
bit.
There's some intent though. It's definitely made with an intent, so I think that definitely...
I feel like I've had good success in people being satisfied with their products, for sure. Could it be the runes? Could what be the runes?
Our connection. Maybe.
Like throwing runes in the past? Can you just pull a card for me? Yeah, energy.
Yeah.
How can I get one? So, if you want to go ahead and DM me, we can figure out what kind of crystal you want, what kind of things you're looking for it to do specifically, so I can get it more customized to you, and go over all that. And get down to the nitty-gritty of it. And then I'll get it made and take care of and shipped out to you. Girl, I seen deer for the first time in the orchard tonight. Oh, that's so cool. Energy. What I've got here is knowledge. They're saying you have a lot of knowledge. Like, you have a lot of, like, you know, you've got a lot of information. Whether it's through conversations with wise people, books you've read, classes you've taken, you know, different things like that. Seminars you've attended. Confirmation. You have an ass ton of knowledge. They're saying, though, that you're at this kind of point in your life where that's not going to help you anymore. Like, you have all this knowledge. Now it's time to turn it into wisdom. It's time to start, you know, being about it and not just talking about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like, you know, all the answers to the questions that you seek, yet you won't do anything to, like, see them through. You know what I mean? Like, it's sort of like you're like, I want apple pie, and you have all the ingredients in your kitchen, but you refuse to go out there and combine them all together and bake it so you can have the apple pie. You know? But you know exactly how to do it. You have the instructions, you have everything there right in front of you. You just don't put it together, kind of, is what I'm hearing. And it needs to be put together.
Later, baloney. And then actually, I got the protection rune.
Yes.
And
Terrence,
the main thing it says first is control of the emotions is at issue here. So I think that could even be what's kind of causing a disruption in the knowledge. Is the emotional tie-in to it. Or in a sense, like, I tend to call it like a bias. Like, you're getting your reads, you're seeing the signals and stuff, but you're looking at everything through your own lens right now. It says, oh, that's funny that I said that, because now the next part that kind of resonates is, Elga serves as a mirror for the spiritual warrior, the one whose battle is always with the self. The warrior's protections like curved horns of the elk, or the warning rustle of the sage grass, for both serve to keep open space around you. So it's like, just kind of make sure, or at least try to keep your emotions in check, because that's when your knowledge is really going to be helpful. Because if your emotions aren't in check, you're going to run away with the knowledge.
I was looking for.
Oh yeah, dude, we're all at war with ourselves at some point or another, man. And I think that's really what it is. Like I said, is your knowledge is really, your brain is in imbalance with your heart right now. Boom. He's a Cancer. Does that mean his brain's in an imbalance with his heart?
That means he would rather not have feelings, but he's got a lot.
Oh,
I feel like there's a reason I found you guys. I agree, Kat. I agree.
I believe everyone finds us for reasons.
Okay, let's see. Terrence, let's see what kind of crystal is best needed for you right now. You need rose quartz. That's funny, because you asked for something for good luck, and rose quartz does bring luck into your life, but it generally brings an intense abundance of unconditional love into your life, and it makes you see things in a more loving light, which tends to increase your abundance and luck. So I feel like, for whatever reason, they feel like you definitely need rose quartz in your life.
Welcome, energy.
Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you.
We like to give the insight.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Does anyone else want any cards before we take off here?
Cat's looking for a quick bowl. Energy says he'd like to send us a couple bucks. Crypto.
Crypto.
Oh,
I don't have.
Kim wants a
don't.
crystal card.
Kim,
No Coinbase.
yeah.
Well, the crystal cards are popping off.
Is this like the?
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Fun. Let's see.
Tony told me. Is it? Is it?
I hope so. Ooh.
I think it is.
What a fun day.
All right. Kim asked for.
I like dark
So
energies.
how could you get that one? I'll take care of everything. Just let me know what you would like. Would you like a bracelet or a necklace? All that kind of good stuff. And then I can talk to you. And then once you send payment and everything, I will go ahead and get it made up for you and then send it on out.
It's all good, energy.
Good
Don't
night.
worry.
See you in the morning, Christy.
But I'm going to let Hassel out real quick because he's freaking out. But I'll be available for yes
It
and
depends
no's.
on what you're getting.
So I'll keep an eye on it.
It depends on what you're getting. I got no Bitcoin accounts. No, unfortunately I don't. Alright, Autumn. Something not easy to break. Well, the bracelets are pretty durable, but I'm not gonna lie, those definitely break easier than the necklaces. Okay, I will. Probably not tonight, but I will at some point, energy, okay? Autumn, I got, Celestial Quartz. What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is. I gotta look. Oh, I feel like I do. It's basically like a aged regular quartz. Once it gets old, it turns into this different kind of whatever form. It's for increasing your self-wisdom. Elestial. Elestial. Interesting. Interesting. Terrence, thank you for the follow. Kim, what crystal do you need, girlfriend? Oh, that one just really wanted to come out. Labradorite. Do you know what I have around my wrist right now? Yeah, that's right. You need labradorite. You need to recharge your destiny. Labradorite's all about, like, reaching your dreams. I know there's other meanings for it, but that's the meaning that always hits me the hardest. Oh, yeah, and of course, it's great for all your psychic shit as well. Helping reveal the matrix. Also, it helps you become a mighty warrior. What the fuck? Trudge forth. My runes are blue labradorite. Oh my god, I love it. That could be one of my dreams. Predict the future. Fuck yeah. Very pretty stone. I love labradorite. That's funny that I'm wearing it too. So do you think I need clearance? What? Labradorite's the shit. A molite? Okay, so I asked what I needed, and I got a molite because I was super fucking curious. It's a fossil, dude. Huh. What? Time changes everything. Interesting. Oh, do you need like a cleanse or something? I have a chakra reading that talks about like if you have blocks and stuff like that. And if you subscribe, I do like yes or no. So like if you want to know like, do I have any chakra blocks? I could answer that yes or no. But if you want to know more specifically if there are any blocks, what to do about them, what you can do about them, how to fix them, stuff like that, that's $20. I do offer cleanses too, but those are a little more expensive and stuff like that. Sure, Cat. Cat, for you, I got lapis lazuli, which to me just immediately says you probably need help communicating your truth a little more. Saying it loud and proud. Oh, should have did. Oh. You're munchy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yay. Sounds about right. Alright, guys. I think we're going to head out of here. But I will be back on in the morning. And we should be on tomorrow night. I think, yeah. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. And thanks for hanging out. Tonight was super fun. I super love doing this in general. I'm having so much fun. And so I'm glad you guys are here and enjoying it too. Alright, I'll talk to you all soon. I love you all. Good night.
Later.